Okay, sorry for the technical glitch, viewers. We are back live, and hopefully everything works out fine this time. And so we were covering the game between, yeah, we were covering the top board game between Farooq Amanato and Rajrishi Datta, who was rated 1970, and they were playing a game in Philidor defense. And we'll get to that game and see if there was any updates, and then go to the next board, which is being played by Pansulaya Lavan against. Just give me a moment. Yeah, before that. And to the viewers, today I'm joined by Grandmaster Praggnanandhaa. He's joining us in the studio. So we're very honored to have him in the studio with us today. And thanks for coming, Prag, once again to the studio.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
So yeah, so we left the game around this point, somewhere around here, when Black played knight e8, and after that there's been two new moves played, knight d5, and as you predicted, bishop g5 is played. So what type of position you think Black is trying to head for, like an endgame or?
Not an endgame, just to exchange this dash square bishop and try to play g6, knight g7, f5, some kind
Okay.
of like.
Any ideas to? You think Black will try to kick this knight away from d5
Yeah,
at some
you
point?
would play maybe knight d4, c6 or knight e7. And now I can play knight e3 just to stop,
Knight
but
e3 here. Okay.
I feel
Maybe your own still your idea with
yeah,
g6
g6,
and then knight g7
but
f5.
g3 then.
G3 and let's say f. You want to open, but then this bishop would come into life,
Yeah,
right? You don't want to do that. Then how would we go knight d4 first? Then maybe, or do you want to? Do you think exchanging this
exchange?
bishop? Yeah,
I'm not sure.
about that. Not sure. Okay, so
Knight
then,
d4, bishop g4.
but then we can go g6 with f5 coming with a tempo, right? In this position, this
Yeah,
would.
but then c3.
Oh yeah, that is true. c3, knight e6. It's a very symmetrical position. Just a,
Yeah.
yeah. So
But then bishop e6, then white
here,
should be pushing,
yeah,
right?
this position, right? F e6 and then maybe knight g4,
Yeah,
followed by bishop.
queen b3,
Oh yeah, queen
yeah,
b3,
queen
queen c.
c8,
Some
and
tactics with
yeah,
knight
like,
d5 or a knight f5. Maybe knight d5, right?
yeah.
Yeah, this may even work.
No, but then bishop d8.
Just bishop back. Yeah. So maybe knight f5 then. Yeah, this could be interesting. Then bishop e8, maybe knight h6 check, knight g4 or
But still, it's not needed. You
yeah,
can just play knight g4. Yeah.
yeah, true. Knight g4 and white is certainly better,
Yeah.
safer king. So most likely, what do you think Black would play in this position?
In g6,
Yeah, just
natural,
g6.
but then g3. I mean,
Worried about g3, I guess.
yeah, then
Okay.
bishop g2, f4.
Maybe can go king h8 as a preparatory move, but then black white will go also bishop g2.
g2.
f5 will
Yeah,
counter
anyway, I
that.
have to go f5.
Yeah, at anyway you have to go. But from that perspective, you can save a tempo, right? I mean, but then white will have bishop d5 check and then go
Yeah, you
f4.
can also save one.
This would be, I think, very bad for black king because white can try to do bishop d2, bishop c3 or something
Yeah.
after f4. Very double edged. Or do you think white is better this position?
Yeah. Maybe f4, g4, bishop h6.
And queen
I don't
h4.
know.
But queen h5 is there.
I so.
Yeah, yeah, very sharp. I think black will just try not to play sharp position here. I think he'll just play something positional and try to outplay
Yeah.
in the end of the game, right? Okay, so they actually played knight d5, bishop g5, and
Bishop
white decided to play
c3.
c3, and black just took bishop c1.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a very long game. Most probably some rook and queen and knight versus queen and bishop in game or something, I
I'm not
believe.
sure.
Rook c1,
Knight e7.
and yeah, knight e7, queen e7. It's equal as of now, but I
I
think
like black.
you like because this bishop is kind of
Yeah.
bad as of now, right? Yeah, that actually I should be highlighting in red. It's bad. Yeah. So as of then, assessment is like close to equality. I mean, I think black is way more experienced than his opponent, so he'll
Yeah.
try to use his experience. Let's go to the next game, which is played between. Just a moment. So the next game is. It's between Pons, Sulaya, Lavan. He's a grandmaster. Oh no, no. Second game is actually Alexander Predke, a grandmaster from Russia with 2620 FIDE rating, and his opponent is Ramakrishna with a 1971 FIDE rating. So this is actually a Berlin. Berlin on the first round is not that common in an open tournament, so it's very interesting to watch that they've actually played Berlin here. So we'll see this from White's perspective because the higher rated player is playing white pieces here. Okay, so here he played this knight
This
e7.
is trick. I mean, knight
Yeah.
e5 c6, but
Yeah.
okay, nobody falls
And
for it.
and if bishop c4, queen
Queen
a5
a5.
check, and then you take this knight on e5, and black ends up with an extra piece. So and I think white played knight c3, c6, bishop c4. How about d5 here? Oh, if d5 here, maybe he takes
Yes.
d5, right?
No, but see.
And then bishop b5 check, and then take the pawn, knight e5.
Bishop d7.
Oh, bishop d7. Can I just go knight
Bishop
e5?
b5, queen a5, d4.
Knight c3, d4, knight c4.
Knight c4.
Queen b4. I have a3 in this position. So
Yeah.
white is just a pawn up in this
Yeah.
endgame. So that is why I think, and knight c6 I think can just go knight
Yeah,
takes
just
e5,
knight
queen
e5.
e7. I can even just short castle. Queen e5, rook e1 is there. So that is why I think black did not go d5, and even though it looks like the most active move. And knight g6. White decided to play d4. Interesting. So now with d5 again the same bishop b5 check
Yeah,
will
bishop
save.
b5 check.
But what about e4 here now? This position. And here
Just knight e5.
knight e5, c d5,
Bishop b5.
and just take
Yeah.
there with the knight maybe. Yeah, and then d5 is hanging. Yeah, knight d7.
Yeah.
This would
I
be
thought maybe queen a5.
just
But
drop
just
back
bishop
now.
d2. No, just bishop d2.
Oh yeah, bishop d2. If takes knight c7 check and it's a 4, and you lose if the queen, rook, or king, one or the other you lose. So yeah, so that in this position, black decided to go bishop b4, and knight e5, d5, knight e4. So white is basically sacrificing a pawn if takes b takes c3, bishop c3. But I
Bishop
think he'll go
a3.
bishop a3,
Yeah.
bishop a1, queen a1, and white has more than enough compensation, right, in this position.
E should be better.
Yeah.
Just the bishop on d6.
Yeah, and I think maybe even e6 could be an idea. If
Yeah,
e6, queen
sometimes.
g7, and something like that. And the problem for black would be if d5, e d6, then okay,
No,
yeah,
cancel,
this.
right?
But then d7. Oh, you just give up the
Yeah.
exchange. So
d5.
d5 could be a very strong move then in this position, because for bishop a3.
But still, after e d6 castle, there should be some compensation like bishop b2.
Bishop
Not
b2.
so clear.
But maybe queen g5 in this position. f4.
Oh, no, for queen c5.
Yeah, queen c5 is there. If I go h4, you may just go queen g4 and attack the bishop
Or
on.
even queen h4.
Yeah, there's so many different ways. So maybe he may have some better way to give up the exchange in this position then. Maybe something like
Oh,
queen
queen
g.
f3.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, what
Bishop
what's
f.
happening?
Queen f3, yeah, simple. But still d5, yeah, it makes no difference. Just
Yeah,
e d6
e d6.
still. Yeah, so queen f3, just shuttle queen c3. Yeah, such a simple trap that was missed here. So I hope black doesn't fall for this trap.
Nice.
White is tempting him.
Hmm.
Yeah. But if he takes with a bishop, then it's going to be this dark squares are very weak. So even queen d4.
But then d5 I think.
Here, you want to play d5 here.
Because okay, knight c3, just queen d4 or
Yeah.
queen d6.
E d6 here. You want to short castle, but then I can play
No,
bishop.
just queen e2 space one, right?
Which move? Right?
I thought queen d6, but then just queen e2 or something.
Yeah. And if knight d6, we have rook e1 check. So we
Yes.
just win. And then bishop a3 is coming. It's basically game over.
Yeah.
And if castle, bishop. I mean, I don't know what black played in this game at this moment. Black is still thinking.
Maybe he has to go knight c3, bc3, just bishop e7 or something.
Yeah, bishop e7, but then queen
Queen
g4,
g4,
d castle, because d5 we can take queen takes g7.
Yeah.
This is fine. And if castle, we have bishop h6, which is also wins as an exchange by force.
Yeah.
And
I guess we saw a similar game in this World Blitz.
Okay.
This Magnus Carlsen versus Anish Giri. It
Okay.
was kind of similar. I'm not
Okay.
sure. Even queen f3, queen g3. I
so
think
even
the
queen f3 here, you mean?
Not the same
Similar,
position.
okay,
I mean,
similar kind of position.
same structure. I mean,
Okay.
he had the pawn in c4, I guess.
Okay.
So that was English.
Yeah. I think it was that C4, E5, E4,
Yeah,
something that opening.
that
Yeah,
idea, yeah.
that game. Yeah, I kind of vaguely remember that. So I think we can say that White is certainly pushing in this game.
Yeah.
You know, White has a huge initiative coming up. Black has already misplaced the opening.
I
big
just
time.
want to say one idea in
sure.
that game.
Yeah, go ahead. Which one? Where?
Queen
Which?
g4.
Here. Okay.
Yeah, g6.
Yes.
Now queen f3 is strong, I guess.
Castle bishop h6
Yeah,
we
and
have.
rook f8, bishop f6.
Yeah, so provoking a weakness and then going back and exploiting it. And no way he can defend it. I mean, if he goes f6,
Yeah,
it's just
f6,
taken
I
rook
mean,
e1.
just rook e1.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually a very nice idea because if you go directly queen f3 to the audience, black has short castle. Now there's no bishop h6. So you provoke g6 and all the dark squares near the king are now weak. And then you play queen f3 and then the f8 square is kind of very, it's not easy to put a black piece there because bishop h6 is coming with decisive attack over there. Okay, so we can go to the next game, which is played between, I think now it's Levan Pansulaya's game, who is from uh, Georgia, and he's playing an Indian player named Lakshmi Krishna, who's rated 1966. So Levan Pansulaya is playing the black pieces, and I remember long ago Levan Pansulaya, I think he's still maybe he's a big expert in Benoni. Yeah, he's still playing a Benoni. I remember once for D4 all the games he would play is Benoni. That's the only lane he used to play, and I actually he's still playing Benoni in this game also. So that's still his favorite weapon, I guess. Okay, so we have got a modern Benoni in this game, and after bishop f4, a6, knight d2. So what do you think is, generally they say don't move the same piece twice, right? Why do you think they go knight d2 here, Prag, in this position?
I mean, you want to play knight c4 and play a4.
Okay.
Then I think just white is just completely better. You can also say it's winning.
Yeah, so the point is if bishop g7, knight c4, and you have to come back bishop
Yeah, I
f5
like
for
that.
and then a4, and you got one tempo for free basically, or two. That is why black went b5,
B5,
stopping knight c4, a4. White wants to create
Yeah.
the, and generally I think they go b4 here, right? I don't remember the theory.
I also don't
Yeah. I think something like this.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't move your bishop. Then I can just go knight d2, knight c4.
Bishop f, yeah, so bishop f5,
Then knight d2,
d2.
bishop g7, knight c4.
Yeah, I was thinking of going rook h1, but e4 is there. If knight c4, I wanted to go rook d7, but then I think you have.
But still, after rook d7, I can go f3.
Yeah, this bishop on f5 is kind of very weakly positioned over there. That is true. That is why black decided to go knight h5 in this position, trying to ask where white wants to put his bishop so that the d6 can be saved. Okay, so white just decided to give up the bishop.
Yeah, but he can't go anywhere. But bishop e3 looks.
But would it not be better to give the bishop like this way, to give it on g3? Don't you think so?
Yeah.
Because this edge rook will come into the game.
But I don't know. But here you have b4, right?
Yeah, knight e4, f5 is there,
yeah.
and the knight is trapped in the middle of the board. Interesting. So
So he has to go e3.
yeah, he has to go e3.
Maybe it's all preparation of.
Pansolaya, most likely. So knight f4, ef4, b4, knight e4. Interesting. Why bishop e7? Bishop g7, knight c4, and he wasn't interested in f5 because I think he didn't want to create this weakness there.
Yeah.
Because here, then
bishop
still knight c4 and
oh,
bishop
yeah,
weakness.
knight c4 also.
That's the defender. So he decided to keep bishop e7. But the ideal diagonal would be this one for this bishop.
Yeah.
Once it comes there. That is the one reason you play modern Benoni,
Yeah.
right? To want to activate the g7 bishop. So maybe in some point in the game. So he played f5 in a later stage. Now there's no knight g5.
Yeah. So he has to go knight
d2 or g3. G3 there's no
G3,
scope
yeah.
because e2 is also.
Just to go knight d2, just bishop f6. Or even first knight d7.
And you want to go knight b6 or knight f?
Yeah, knight b6.
So let's say if I go a5, stopping you from going knight b6.
I play knight f6. I just want to develop the knight, then go bishop f6.
And if I go bishop f3, because in this pawn is hanging.
Maybe bd7, bishop b5.
Yeah, and
or bishop b7 maybe.
Yeah, bishop b7. Then maybe I can go knight b6 here. And then if rook A7 or B? I think A7 is better, no? At some point you want to
Yeah,
activate on the
maybe.
7th rank.
Then I
But
can go rook f7, bishop f8, bg7. Some
yeah,
slow man.
it's a long game, and White's only good things is this I mean knight outpost that he may
Yeah.
get. But in long game, the bishops are going to be favorable for Black in this position. So
Actually, I think a lot happened in that game.
that game. Oh, okay. Actually, yeah. I think we missed a lot of. Let me call.
He played knight g5 actually.
Oh, okay.
That's not
We were thinking
wrong.
of going. So instead of so just to the audience. So yeah. So we were calculating knight e d2, but in the game, White went knight
Maybe
g5.
you are missing something, but I think knight d2 looks really natural.
Yeah.
There's
Then,
g5.
but what is White hoping to? If knight d6, okay. So maybe White wants thinks knight d6 means to bishop f3, but
Oh, then rook e is not there, huh?
still you can just drop back queen g5.
But the knight c8 d6 something I'm not
But
sure.
White king is also too weak in this position, no? Bishop
But
f.
it can be safe.
So let's say here, I'll play rook c8.
But I think also no need to take on c8. Just play queen e2 or something.
Oh yeah, but you are just a pawn down. No? Yeah, your white is just a pawn down, and I can just develop bishop d7, and
Oh,
then
it's
this knight is kind
complicated.
of. I think maybe white blundered or white tried to complicate. So basically, we got this position with knight takes d6 on the board. This is the current live position that they have on this board, and
Okay.
he will take on
Yeah,
g2
will.
because he's the higher rated player, and complex positions most of the times is like a higher rated player can outcalculate the player of the opponent. So bishop f3,
Queen
right?
g5.
Most natural move. I feel like black should be clearly
Yeah,
better
it
here.
should be.
There's no way white can even try to attack this pawn. Maybe rook c1, but then this knight on c8 seems.
What he missed,
Yeah, I am. I don't know what he missed. Only the player can answer this question. Okay, let's go to the next board. We have so far seen 3 games, and fourth game. Uh, in the meantime, I also have Vivek, who is also a FIDE instructor, who is also part of the commentary team. Is there any interesting games, Vivek, that you would suggest so far? Okay. Okay. So time to time, Vivek will be helping me on the feed with if there's any exciting sacrifice or something happening, we can go to that game faster, so that we don't miss out the fun action because we have 30
I
boards to
guess we
cover.
have.
Which Kettles to pack?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I
that's an
guess.
interesting game that
He's
Prag has.
down a rook
Okay, so
already.
2 international players. Mark Pavlov, I'm not sure from which country he is. He's playing Grandmaster Kirill Stupak, and this is a game played on, I believe, board somewhere around 7, 10, somewhere around that board number 10, I believe. And in this game, the higher rated player is playing the black side. He's 2542. Kirill Stupak, I think he's from Belarus, and white is 1940 rated player. So knight f3. So this is the Barry attack, and I think I saw you today. Prag was giving a lot of simul 30 board simul, and I think you played 2 or 3 games the same setup with white, right?
Yeah, I just tried.
Yeah. So did you get a lot of attack, or did it end up positionally those games, the ones that you?
I don't remember actually one of those
Okay.
games.
Yeah. So also this is similar to your game with Bashman, right? Slightly, you were playing black pieces that game.
Yeah, but he played queen
Queen
d2
D2 and
instead
long
of
cast.
e3. I mean, even queen. No.
Oh,
I
even.
guess no. He didn't play knight f3 in the second. He
Oh,
played
okay.
directly knight c3,
Nice.
d5, bishop f4,
Yeah, and he went bishop f4, g6, queen
g6, queen
d2,
d2, bishop g7,
and long castle. And you played c5 immediately or
No,
short
I
castle?
think
You
short castle,
castle,
bishop h6.
and then c
But
something like this. Yeah,
yeah,
and it was a
something.
very famous game, right? That was I think it won best game prize or something, or it was covered everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was covered everywhere. I remember all the media was like writing it was an amazing game. 23 moves. Right?
No, it's 18.
Oh, 18. 5 moves less than what I thought. Yeah, so it's 18 move game, very miniature one. So if you have a database next to you, go ahead and look at that game. Isle of Man 2018, right?
2016.
2016. Oh, 3 years old. Okay, that game just looks like it was played very recently. So that game, so it has some similar opening, development, similarity. That's why I remember that game. So c5. So if d c5,
Yeah, there should be something.
Like knight.
Knight e4.
Knight e4, and if knight takes d5,
Some bishop b2.
e2, rook b1, maybe knight c3.
Yeah, I guess this is all just
Theory or
theory.
something. Yeah, yeah. So
I've
white
seen
is,
this kind of thing somewhere.
and I think white's idea is to go h4, h5,
Yeah.
and just attack straight up. So that's what white did also, h4, and black just decided to stop it with h5 immediately. Okay, so white is like going for the kill, g4,
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure what RB Ramesh sir will say all the time when someone attacks in the flank, right? What to say? You can tell it to our viewers.
yeah, you can.
Counter in the center,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, if you,
That's everyone tells. I mean,
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
written in a lot of books.
yeah. So the viewers also knows that whenever someone tries to attack in the flank, counter it in the center as much as possible. And in this case, it was actually a bishop sacrifice. It's not even sacrifice. I think he's getting a lot of compensation.
Yeah.
He's going to. So I think bishop a8 was the last move I had
No,
on my
no,
feet, and then
knight
they played
e5.
knight takes e5. Okay. So let's analyze what's going on. First of all, materially, white has a rook, black has a knight and pawn, and then there's a knight that is hanging here, the bishop that can be trapped here, a lot of things.
Black should be better.
Yeah, you don't even see an immediate move because knight a4, there's queen a5 check.
But
And then,
knight d. No, I think he has to take on e5.
oh, he has to take on e5. Okay, if bishop
First,
takes
bishop
e5,
e5, then go knight e4 or knight e2.
knight e4 or knight e2. Okay, if knight e2 may be better, no? So that we keep an option for the
Yeah.
bishop to get out from a8. Because if we go knight e4, then the bishop on a8 is trapped. And now maybe provoke a check or just go queen b6. Try to take this pawn. I would certainly take black, right? Any day.
Yeah,
Just queen b6
just-
and take this pawn, or because white cannot short castle.
Yeah.
The only way is long castle, and if you manage to take b2 or provoke him to play b3, it's game.
Yeah, if castle just queen f6, maybe just h4 is weak.
Yes. Yes.
Just-
So
just
certainly
shoot.
black is
Yeah.
white.
He actually played knight e2 instead of taking on e5.
Oh, okay. So for knight takes e5 itself, he played knight e2. What difference would
But
this make?
there should be something.
Maybe d3 now?
Or even just queen b6 then.
Yeah, same idea, queen b6. Maybe he's hoping that now he can take with queen d4, but then there's knight f3 check,
But
and
knight
if
d4,
rook
d8
d8 is deadly. In the worst case, you just
bishop
go
a6
some,
or
yeah,
something.
this is just,
something.
or even bishop
There
g4.
should be
you
a
get-
lot of compensation for sure.
This is like should be game over most likely.
Or even take on b2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
c3, everything is hanging. Yeah. So as the games are still, a lot of games are happening. I heard Prag you're playing in Vikanzi, and then
Yeah.
like starts. When is it? When does the tournament start?
12th then.
12th. So this is your first time to Vikanzi, right? So you're very excited.
Yeah.
So
Excited.
yeah. So can you tell a bit about the field, who are all playing, and which matchup you're looking forward to in your field?
Like, I mean, I think every round is crucial. I mean,
Yes.
everybody's strong players. So
Yeah. So
I mean, there are like Korobo Anton, Maxudlu Params.
who is the second name?
This Maxudlu Param.
Oh,
He
okay.
won the World Juniors.
Oh, okay, yeah, well,
This
yes,
year.
yeah, him.
And there are a lot of players, a lot of very good players.
Yeah. Okay, so it's suddenly be like I think your category wise could be the after the one of the strongest events you played, right? Closed events category.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, highest rated events. So 13. How many players are in your category?
14. Yeah.
So 13 rounds.
13
13 rounds. Yes.
It's a long tournament.
Yeah. And it's held in parallel with the A group where also a lot of Indians quite a bit of Indians are playing, I believe. And so this is going to be starting in 12th. Is 12th the first round or was
12th is the first round.
So in 3 days from now you can watch Prag in action in Vikanzi, and I'm pretty sure it's covered in all the websites, so you can catch the game anywhere. Okay, now let's look at the game of your Abhijit. Okay, so I just got some information that Abhijit Gupta's game is getting interesting. So we'll certainly have a look at that game.
Interesting opening.
Okay, opening interesting. Let's look at that. Okay, so it's played on board number 9. Abhijit Gupta is playing Kotapalli Sai Nirupama, 1914. I think she was former national champion in some age category long ago, if I'm not mistaken. And this is a game that is they are playing d4 knight f6 bishop f4 g6. Okay, it's very okay. But they had played knight c3, it would have been very similar, but they did not. And this one, Abhijit is playing black e3 bishop g7.
This or Canada.
Yeah, Kohli, London kind of
Take off
board.
something.
Yeah, okay, so h. And if g5, there's some knight d2, right? Some theory
Yeah,
like
that
this.
what played in the game. You can just see next.
Oh, okay, they
next
played
move
it one move
played,
later, yeah. And Abhijit
Knight
gives,
f4.
yeah, Abhijit ensures that the white pawn structure is kind of broken down or spoiled before he gives the knight. So if he ef4, then gf4, then do you think he'll castle or you just go rook g8 and attack?
Just go rook g8. I mean, just play e6, queen e7.
Yeah, and try to maybe long castle if
Yeah.
needed. Yeah, and go after the king. That would have been Abhijit's strategy. So white decided to go bishop g3. Abhijit just went h5 attack. This is a bit risky strategy, He hasn't yet developed his pieces,
Yeah.
not, and he's just pushing pawn on the. But I think the only thing is that the center is still not open, so he has some time to play some more odd moves and try to confuse white.
But he's opening.
Yeah, he's
it's
opening the
just
center
surprise.
himself. Surprise.
He just can play e6, queen e7, and then just play maybe.
E6, c4. It's a normal.
Yeah,
game.
just a normal game. But he played e5.
Yeah.
He's opening.
His own center without where this king in the center of the board too. It's a very risky double-edged strategy. Do you think white should have taken before playing f4 or played f4? White played f4 immediately.
I mean, both are going for complications.
Yeah.
This will be a very interesting game.
And
I don't know. Maybe.
do you think white could have played something better in this position other than f4? What do you think in this position?
Also, you can take and play f4, but I don't know the difference. We just open the d5.
Yeah.
Somewhere it might help.
Yeah. I think maybe something like rook d1.
Why didn't play f4?
Oh, f4 directly. Oh, the game. Let's see the game first, maybe. So f4.
Now we see without the.
Oh, without taking. Yeah. You wanted to see in the game. Yeah, f4 was played. This was the game.
Yeah, this was the game.
But you want to see if takes
yeah.
f4. Okay, sorry, my bad. So yeah, f4, and in this position.
This should be better version in the game because you have this d5 open, so you can.
Black king cannot also easily go long casting at any point, basically. Yeah, that's the point. And most probably, if he had done something like this, similar to the game, I think I will take white any time in this position.
Yeah, some fg5, rook f7.
We just knight c3 first.
Yeah,
save
first
this.
first knight c3.
Yeah. And even rook e1 or rook f2, rook f1, and it's like a huge.
You have to go g4 here. That's only way.
But can I just go? I mean, if I want, I can take, but can I not just close it? Worst case.
But the bishop on g3.
Then f5 something, and it can bring the game bishop into the game.
Yeah,
okay. Or let's leave it and just go rook at g1 maybe. Oh, but then maybe h g3, rook g8 or some h4. Yeah, this could be a problem. Some knight f6.
h3
yeah, h3 is a permanent weakness. So maybe, or what if just I take? I decide to take and then go f5.
Yeah, f5. Yeah. But now there is something like bishop d4, bishop f2, queen h4.
Ah, okay,
like
yeah.
Bishop d4, g3.
Yeah, our viewers should see this one. Sure.
Or even g3 now, eh?
Oh yeah, g3, brilliant mate. Rook h1, king h1, queen h4, king g. This is a very nice mate that could have happened if, if they had played all the moves that we discussed here. I don't know if they would have played though. So hg. Okay, so.
Okay, yeah, we can see the game.
Yeah, we'll see
what's the difference.
Yeah, f4 takes king. I think that the key difference is now white may just lose this pawn straight up. That is a bad thing for white. One.
Okay, she just plays sheep.
Yeah, she just played c3 here. And g4 as x, and the other line also. We saw that c3, g4 is the way for black to create counterplay. So she took, I think, white knight e4. Okay. This position is, I don't know. Which side would you take if just this position?
I'm not sure, it's complicated.
Very complicated.
Yeah, I like what this after f5 the bishop on c8 is just bad.
Yeah.
Positionally, I mean, white
But
game
you
is
wanted to go
very
f5, but then I think maybe some queen g5 she was worried about. But then knight e4, queen h5, you just have f6, no? Nothing to really worry.
Okay, 94 is not a bad one. You can't prevent f5 anyway.
Yeah, yeah. So knight
So
e4. Yeah, because if f5 ourselves, then there is knight
knight
g5,
g5.
and this is a
Yeah.
huge weakness. This is not a problem. So let's see what black played. Black played d5.
d5.
Knight c5. Interesting. But I don't. This move somehow doesn't look correct. Because worst case I take and now my king is not bad. I've developed my bishop and I don't know. I think black is fine in this
Yeah, black
position.
should be fine.
So somewhere white should have missed, right? Because we were liking the white's position a lot around this point.
I mean, yeah, but is knight a knight and rook is not playing. I mean, if she gets knight h rook even faster, then it's just
Okay, so maybe in this position, how about we try to
give up the
let's
pawn.
say yeah,
Let's say.
just give up, just develop maybe knight c3,
But
and
then g4, right?
just g4 as
Or
it is.
even take on the. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Take your bishop f2.
yeah, takes bishop. Yeah.
But still, black should be better.
Yeah.
Okay, c3 looks natural.
Kind of slows down the development,
Yeah.
right? Knight a3 is, and then knight a3 and yes.
Yeah, maybe just go knight b3.
Here.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just to play knight c3, rook e1 faster.
And if g4 still,
Just take and
take,
play knight c3.
take knight c3, and then
But
knight
now the drawback is knight f6, knight h5.
yeah, yeah. Maybe f5.
But then.
Maybe still you can just give knight h5 and even give up the pawn and do something.
Yeah. Probably.
Maybe rook h5 or something, trying to get this pawn. Can I be greedy?
Actually, black king is quite safe here.
Yeah, black's actually I think white's king is weaker
Yeah,
than black's king
black's.
in a twist of events. Let's see what happened in the game. Actually, they played a lot of moves. Wow.
You
So,
can see it. They
so we left at c3, g4, h4, h4, knight e4, d5,
Knight c5, knight c5.
c5, knight c5, knight c, d c5, bishop f,
f5.
knight d2, d4, knight c4, queen d5.
d5, and she played rook fe1,
Yeah,
king
rook
g8.
f e1, and then king g. And
Okay, d1.
okay. Okay, so now I think one of our ideas knight e5. Why don't we just take the pawn?
Oh, d3.
E3 is also. How will she defend this piece here? Maybe she wants to go knight e3 here.
Queen c5. Bishop up to g. No, bishop up to d8.
Yeah.
Queen c3. Just
Maybe.
bishop go queen
I think.
f2.
Yeah. But then.
It should be lost.
Yeah, you're just a pawn down. I can just like play. Actually, one threat she has a knight g4 and then queen after knight f2. That's one
Okay,
of the
that's
threats.
also. Yeah, but there is something there.
And bishop g6 f5 will be too strong here, and yeah, but still black is better, right? Even let's say if we exchange the queens, let's say I go bishop. Actually, I can't do that. Let me go. I just go rook d8. Let's say, and
G4.
and take this. This should be better for black, right?
But I'm not sure because d3 pawn is quite.
Let's say
But
c5
okay, rook at 6, rook d6
or c5.
Yeah.
No,
I thought c4, yeah. But c4.
c4. Can I give up this line b5?
Yeah, it
b3.
should be better.
Yeah, and then I have bishop c3 coming up. Yeah, I can provoke.
Anyway, you can't play rook e3
I
because
have bishop d4 again.
d4.
Yeah. So yeah, certainly I think black Abhijit Gupta is in the big. I think Abhijit Gupta will win this game. It's just an. I think let's look at your friend's game, Murali Karthikeyan. I've seen a lot of videos of Preg with Murali Karthikeyan and Arvind Chidambaram in NURTR's dream rooms. You know, like Ramesh sir calls you three musketeers, right?
Yeah,
And
I've seen, no?
yeah, I've seen a lot of those videos, and I was amazed when the speed of calculation and the puzzles. Sir will give you puzzles and ask you to solve backwards and all that. So, okay, so B3. So Murali Kathin is one of the leading players from India in this tournament. I think he's the second or third highest rated.
B3.
Yeah. So first move was B3 in this game, and who was white. Okay, Om Kadam was. I think he's also. I think Eugene Torre or someone told that he's like a very big hope. And they played in some tournament in Spain. I remember reading this in Chess Base India.
Yeah, I think
He drew Eugene Torre the first.
Yeah, he was close to
beating
Adam
him.
I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, played really good that
Yeah.
tournament.
So this will be an interesting game to see. So B3, Larsen's opening was played, and I think we should look at this game from Black's perspective because Murali Karthikeyan is playing Black pieces. B3, E5, Bishop B2, D6, C4.
I mean, normally they usually play Knight C6, E3, Knight F6, Bishop B5, Bishop D6.
Yeah, that's fine. And
These
Shankland played E4 against Nakamura, right? And
yeah,
in the
there
US
are a lot of
Championship.
things.
Yeah. So I think maybe Murali Karthikeyan wanted to play F5 and do some sort of this type of Grand Prix kind of setup, right? D6, 3 G6. But White is making too many pawn moves. It feels like a lot of different holes on White's position.
Black is playing this natural move.
Yeah, very natural.
But okay, H4.
So you think H4 on here would have helped?
I
Maybe
don't
Bishop
know.
G4, right? I would try to provoke F3. Which one? Upright?
I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe H3. Oh, but then maybe we'll see something like this.
Yeah, G5, Rook H5.
Yeah, this would be.
But then F4. Anyway, that doesn't work. But
yeah, but I don't. I think Black should be better here. Yeah, this is all unnecessary.
King F8 maybe.
Okay, so you want to put the king on H7? Is that the idea?
No, not
just
that
give the
one.
king on F8. Okay.
I want to play Rook H5. If F4.
Okay. So the idea of king F8 is to protect the G7 bishop, so that if it was Black to play, we can go Rook H5 and F4 EF4, so that the bishop G7 we can take king G7. That's the whole plan. Yeah.
I'm not sure. Okay.
Maybe White will just go F4 immediately then.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. This could have been an interesting variation. But okay, White played D4, ED4, and White took knight. If he takes with the pawn, I think the problem is knight F5.
Just go H4.
Oh, H4. Yeah, that is also true. H4 and.
I mean, he can't castle. Okay, castle. I mean, it's just too much risk.
Yeah, and Black will maybe even just put king F8 like Abhijit Gupta and play on the H file. That is why White decided to take with the knight. So now knight C6 and G7 bishop would be hanging.
Yeah,
so he
for
goes
the knight E5.
So let's say if F4.
Just G4.
G4 and queen F3 or
C5. No, knight C6. Huh?
Yeah, knight C6 would be. Can I go to knight C6 here itself? Or knight E6 maybe. Knight C6 or knight E6?
Knight C6? I'm not sure.
Maybe let's do knight E6. Okay, I think I have this move, no? Knight takes E3 first.
Yeah,
and then knight take, and then I'll just one pawn up in all endgames. That is what I think is trying to do. So knight C3 and then
H4.
Okay, still there's F4 doesn't. Or maybe F4 even White may even black H3 first, right?
Yeah.
As where the bishop E4 maybe even now knight G4 and then F5 will come.
Yeah, but it's always weak and White's camp. I mean F4.
But is it not like at this point already clear that White is going to long castle? I don't think White was even considering short castle.
Yeah.
So
Black has the initiative.
Yeah, why would he castle into an open H file, right? And I think we need to is preparatory to long castle. C5.
Knight C2, bishop G4.
So would it have helped if you put a queen on D2 maybe? So D2.
But then C5 H. No, okay, I H3 first.
Okay, bishop
F3 check. So,
bishop
okay,
E4, now F5. Oh, and then you next move if I put here now C5.
Yeah.
And then F3 square. Oh, yeah. You attack everything. And then lose the piece. Yeah, that makes sense. So
C5.
C5, knight C2. Bishop B6, I think. Most probably.
He took FG4.
Oh, okay. He took what? What did
H3.
he? Oh, H3, FG.
FG4, HG2, Queen G2, Knight D3, King D2.
Knight B2.
He shows he's thinking.
Yeah, but Knight B2 is logical move.
Yeah, it's over. Rook B1, Queen A5.
Yeah.
What's there?
Oh, maybe B4, CB4. Yeah.
Mistake. Yeah, it's over.
So it's just okay. So White already blundered. So which was the blunder? Let's see. We need to.
Yeah, it's over.
Maybe White just missed H3 here. I think. Most probably white just missed that h3 is possible. White was thinking black will go bishop e6. But even without without f3, what can white do? If queen d2 still like knight f3 check or h3 and then knight f3.
Yeah, this is, I mean, just
Or
a
just bishop
classic.
f3 is over also.
Yeah,
Castle h3.
bishop h1.
Okay,
That's
can I go?
too much.
Yeah, can I go like queen c8 or d7?
Or even bishop g2. This
yeah.
is funny.
Bishop g2, bishop take
H
g2,
g2,
rook
king g2, rook
h2.
h2.
King h2, knight f3. And if king g1, knight f3 is made.
Yeah.
Without bringing queen and rook, you just checkmate, black checkmate, and just the rook and knight. Yeah. So this was also, remember when we said around here, like white is making a lot of pawn moves.
Yeah,
And all
it's
those
too bad,
weaknesses
yeah.
ended up exploiting f3, d3, all those weaknesses were the reason why white actually lost this
Yeah,
game.
okay. You played queen f5.
Yeah, I think we can expect a result. This may be the first result of the A group, and let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see if there is any other game which.
I played queen g4. Pragya played queen g4.
Oh, on the second.
As we said.
Yeah, we said queen g4, and I think this is close to game over, right? Because, okay, to the
G4.
audience, this is the game that we were talking about long ago. It was the Berlin with d3, knight e7. Let me bring that up on the board for a moment, just to the audience. One moment. Yeah, so this was the position we were talking about. Instead of bishop c3, he went black played bishop e7. Bishop c3 was analysis, and queen g4. So this is also a result I think we can
No, I
expect.
played bishop c5. I guess.
Oh, he played bishop c5. Sorry. So
Anyway, I mean.
it makes no difference.
But he has queen e7.
You mean?
But then g6, bishop g5. I
Can I
guess.
again just go bishop g5? Yeah, yes, you said bishop g5.
No, but now queen g5.
Yeah, I cannot do much of.
No, but I thought instead of queen f3, just bishop g5.
Oh, here, yeah. And now you can force in bishop e7, then go queen f3. You get the same position transposed. And if he goes, let's say here for bishop g5, if he goes queen c7, then queen f. Maybe queen f4, right? Can we get this one pawn here with bishop f7?
Yeah.
Yeah, this
No,
could.
but yeah, it should be.
Yeah, we can win one pawn, and even we don't need it. Just give a check. Yeah, this maybe is even forcing. We just win a pawn this way.
No, queen, rook e8 mate.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah, rook e8 mate.
Yeah, queen f7 is also made. Queen f7, rook e8.
Oh yeah. This is actually more aesthetic, more nice mate.
Yeah.
Queen
But
on
okay, rook e8 is just.
yeah, just simple chess.
Alexandrov.
Okay, so I hear there's another very interesting game that is going on. Alexandrov Saurat Biswas, which is somewhere around board 8. And Alexandrov is a grandmaster from Belarus. He's a very veteran in Indian circle. I've seen him play for quite a few years in India. A lot of open tournaments he has played.
Yeah,
and this
King's
is
Indian.
King's Indian. Let me pull up that game just a moment. D4. Knight f6, c4 was played. And yeah, this game g6. Knight c3.
Towards saying
Knight c3, bishop g7, e4. So standard King's Indian. h3, white played decided not to play. White decided to play positionally, or would you call h3 a positional move or trying to go g4, g5 attack?
It's positional, I guess.
Yeah.
Both.
It's
Because after g4, you don't get that f5.
yeah, that is true. e5, a5, g4, knight e8, h. Okay, another h pawn attack. I think we have seen the third game on a row. Abhijit Gupta, Murali Katkin, and now Alexandrov. All the GMs for today going g4, h4 attacking. g5, f5, queen f6, h5, c6. Any comments so far, or just normal theoretical moves, right?
I don't know if it's
Theory or not, but looks normal, very logical.
white should be better.
But I don't think this could be a good move for black, right? Giving such a huge outpost.
But anyway, he can't develop his
Can he
knight
go
on
knight
b8,
a6?
but knight a6 just triple on.
But
Black's king set is just over.
yeah, but
Or
what
even
do
you can take on g6 first, then go triple. Just to avoid g6.
yeah. So g8.
But okay,
And now long castle. Yeah.
should be lost.
Yeah. Like let's say if I'm trying to generate some counterplay with knight c5, or I mean trying some knight b3
Knight,
check,
but
but
I
it's
think
not.
it
I can
doesn't work
always
because the
have.
queen is on f6. If you have queen f5, then
Yeah, that is true. So White may just go even knight
knight
f3,
f3.
and then try to do some bishop h6 next move,
Yeah, if you play b5, I can take on
and dc,
c6.
and then take c. Yeah, this would be bad, no, because bishop c4 check is coming up.
Anyway, you can take on c5, I guess. There is a
Oh,
safe,
this one is
safe
also
option,
yeah safer. Yeah, just and then bishop c4, knight d5. It's just
Yeah,
resignable
just
position.
over.
You're going to head forward with that game.
So let's see what happened in the game. White
I
takes
guess
knight d5.
Murli Karthikeyan won, okay.
Murli Karthikeyan game is over. Result is done. Okay, so we have officially a result, I guess, on Murli Karthikeyan's board 1-0. I mean, sorry, 0-1. Murli Karthikeyan was playing black, so there was no upset on that, which is and as expected, the higher rated player won in that game. So black actually managed to exchange queens, which is somewhat makes his position a bit safer. Without queens, it would have been getting checkmated immediately, right? So okay, what is this?
What?
If
I don't
king,
understand. King g6?
maybe transmission error or
No, that's right.
what did? What am I
This
missing
king
here?
g6?
No.
I think most probably a
Yeah,
transmission
okay.
error.
Rook c1, rook c8.
I think
Yeah, there should be some.
I think
transmission
most
error.
likely a transmission error because this
Oh,
looks.
why he's playing f3?
Yeah,
Yeah, this
yeah. I think maybe up to this point was correct, and then somewhere over here, knight
It's
e7 doesn't
changed,
make any
yeah.
sense. Most probably something like bishop d3 was.
I don't.
Yeah, because this one. Yeah, let's not look into this game right now because it seems a transmission error, and hopefully they'll fix this game's moves, and then we can get back to this game. Actually, I think they fixed it. Now with the transmission is back to this position.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So there were I think few additional moves that were accidentally made. So the transmission.
Okay, still rook f1 is. Oh, what?
No,
Queen
no.
d4 is chosen.
Knight d5, queen d8, 17th move long castle, queen a5.
No, what queen d5? No,
Oh,
it's
this
just,
is
it's
this is
again,
another.
again,
Yeah.
again.
Black in this new transmission error, black was just giving up a queen for free. Okay, let's get back to the other games. Let's see if there's any other. They again adjusted the moves on that game, Alexandra. But it's okay. I think we'll
What?
come back to now.
What's
There's
that?
queen is. Yeah, let's not get into this.
Yeah, it's just confusing.
So let's look at. How about we look at Dipta and Ghosh? I don't know if anything is going on, but the queen
Yeah,
is on
okay.
g4. So let's see how this game is going to develop from this point onwards.
I
Dipta and,
picked Chikorin.
yeah, Dipta and Ghosh is also one of the leading Indian players in this tournament. And have you played against Dipta before, Prag? Any tournament or anything?
I don't know.
know.
I played, yeah.
Okay.
Once in kid.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Kid
The
International, yeah.
Orissa tournament. Yeah.
Yeah, this I have played.
With both colors
Twice
or white?
Thrice with black.
Okay.
That's.
Is this not opening channel can be slightly dubious, right? What do you?
But they say, but you can try. I mean, you can try to play against lower rated.
And confuse them, and it gets very
Yeah.
imbalanced position.
Yeah, I played thrice in this position against lower rated. I won the 3 of games.
All the games, so
Yeah,
100%.
because it's really good line. I mean, you can try.
Okay. So yeah, if you are well prepared, you can try
Yeah,
it.
there is a lot of games.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of.
Richard Rapport plays a lot.
And even Morozovich used to play a lot, right?
Yeah,
Long ago.
that kind of players.
I think he even wrote a book with him and I think Alexei Kuzmin. They authored a book on Chigorin defense long ago. I remember
Okay.
something. But yeah, now Morozovich is not an active player, so maybe you have to follow Richard Rapport to get the new ideas on this line. So White has double bishops, but
Yeah, it's just
normal. And
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't
c7.
remember the theory actually.
Okay.
E3, E5.
You want to go back?
E5.
Yeah,
Actually,
this
there
is
is a line like this.
Okay.
Bishop before B8 takes.
Do they not generally take here and go knight f3 or something? Knight e2?
Oh, yeah, this is
This
kind
one-
of main. I mean,
Okay, this is the main line.
there's a interesting sacrifice. Knight e4, knight e2, bishop g4,
Okay.
f3, bishop f3.
Okay. So what is the idea? If takes
There's
queen f3, just
I don't remember actually.
okay. But
something
this
they'll
is
do.
not like white is losing or anything, right? Because
No, bishop d4, yeah. They
Oh.
bishop d4, knight d4, queen d4, queen h1, queen g4.
Okay.
Then triple something.
Okay, some complex variation here where white is an extra piece, but the king is stuck on the center
Yeah.
and the queen is somewhere off guard, basically. And maybe queen d5 back or
Oh, yeah, queen h2.
yeah, just take the pawn.
Any fancy.
2 pawns and a weak king. I think solid compensation for the piece. Yeah, so this.
Yeah, I can go. If you play like faster, then your opponent might be like he will get some tension and
He may think he came prepared for the game also, right?
like he will be thinking like, oh, I made a blunder, so he's playing so fast. Maybe my opponent is lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will get some confusion.
But here, actually, both players have spent more or less equal amount of time. White has
Yeah.
47 minutes, black has 56. So, okay. So the point was knight f6, c4, queen d6.
D6, D5, knight E7. Just
Should I white try to do something like f3, trying to get e4 and
But
stabilize
still,
it?
after that,
I
I
mean, maybe
think there is
black
a
himself will
game.
go e4.
White check versus Richard Rapper. I'm not
Okay.
sure who
Okay.
is white. I guess white.
Okay. And
I'm not sure.
how did that game go?
Like it will be the similar structure. Like
Okay.
they play f3 for black plays
Black will go
c5.
e4 or white will go? Okay.
White goes
Oh,
e4.
c5.
So this kind of structure, I'm not sure
Okay.
which more. This kind of structures.
Okay,
look,
and you can just tell
block
the
out.
idea like what. So black tries to get the knight here. Is that like
Yeah,
another
that's
point?
kind of ideas.
And play some f6 or f5.
Yeah, it was a draw.
Okay.
There was not that much try.
Okay.
White can do.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Yeah, you can go to these kind of areas, but against low rated you should because
Yeah.
there is not much the winning chances.
Action on the board. And black, I think most probably would have played e4 if this
Yeah.
had happened, trying to complicate the game further. So instead, black, I mean, white played knight f3, so castle.
Bishop e2 knight e4.
So black is breaking the center, which makes a very, I think, a logical decision.
Yeah.
White's biggest strength is, and he's not hurrying to take on d2, which is important because this bishop cannot. I mean, only square where it can go immediately is here.
Anyway, knight on e4 is very good.
Yeah.
I mean, c6 to just now, I think
That's
it
normal.
should be
Six
just
queen.
better for black.
Yeah, and now black is starting to take on f3 and take on d2. So white decided to move the bishop. Maybe rook d1 now. Why?
But then still queen g6.
Yeah, make no big difference basically. So bishop c3, queen g6, knight h4, queen h5.
Yeah, black is better.
Yeah,
He
because
just plays on light squares.
yeah, weak pawn and then maybe f6 and then this bishop has no scope to play on a1, h8.
Also, rook e6, rook g6, I guess.
Oh yeah, rook
Some kind of like something somewhere.
attack. Yeah, that is
Yeah,
true.
that's possible.
And also just rook ac8 is one another idea, and
Yeah.
maybe b6. Yeah, a lot of I think good plans that black has. White, I think white is finding it very hard to find a good plan.
Yeah.
And black did go rook f8 in the game here. So this is the live position we have in that game, and I'm very sure that black is feeling more comfortable than white right now. So I think we'll look at one or two more games and take a short break. So because we've been live for close to an hour and we have got all the top games and slowly some results are coming in fast. So far I think.
Okay, can we see this game?
Yeah, sure. Which game?
This Ilam Pardi.
It's somewhere. Yeah, here it
Very
is.
young
Harsha
game.
Bharadakoti, which is Ilam Pardi. Harsha is he a GM?
Yeah.
Yeah, he made a GM. I think.
It's a GM, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure if the FIDE officially approved the title yet, but I think all the norms and rating everything is completed. So
This is a Trompovsky.
yeah, and Ilam Pardi is a young player from Chennai.
Yeah, he's from Chennai.
Yeah, and Ilam Pardi is having the black pieces in this
I
game.
mean, I guess he increased more than 300 points in Spain last week, I guess.
Oh, okay. That's okay. So,
So
maybe this rating we see is not accurate. He's like 22-50 now.
22, yeah, right.
Somewhere around that. So that's actually a top matchup then. Okay, g6. So in this one, Harsha is playing the white pieces and black is Ilam Paradi. So g6. Black is willingly taking double pawns. In return, he's got double bishops.
Yeah, they play this one.
Yeah,
this
often.
national,
So now white is trying to kind of create a wall of dark square pawns, right? Something like this.
Yeah, also they play c4 before.
Sometimes c4.
I played this with white.
Yeah. I remember there is, I think, a very famous, not famous, kind of a well-known game which starts with 1b3. And then
1v3,
yeah, this some Mamadiyaro game is there like
yeah,
this.
Java Mamadiyaro.
C4 knight c3 e3
Then
knight.
they play queen d1 the last move, right?
Yeah, that line.
It was very nice.
Yeah.
Game.
I remember that game long ago. So whenever I see the structure, I remember get
Yeah.
reminded of that game all the time. So d4 knight f6, bishop g5, g6, bishop takes f6, ef6, e3, bishop g7, g3 castle, bishop g2, e5, knight e2, c6. So yeah, both sides are just developing their pieces, nothing big. But now the point is, how will this bishop on e6 come into game is the big
But
question.
actually, in in this kind of position, they play the bishop on e6, then play knight f6, knight e4.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not easy to break this one.
At some point, white has to go c4, queen b3, and
Yeah,
try
you
to
have
do.
to. Also, you can try with the knight on b1, then go directly knight c3. I mean,
Here,
it's
you
idea,
want to go back? You mean this move?
Not
Oh
like
no,
that. Instead of
c4
playing
and then
knight
yeah.
d2, yeah.
Okay. Oh,
I mean,
here.
you can save one tempo, but I don't know how to do it. Just go castle first.
Maybe castle. Let's
Bishop
say black.
e6.
This still goes bishop e6.
Yeah,
Knight
knight
f4.
f4, f5. I want to
knight-
play something.
Maybe something like c4 here, trying to
Then takes
dc, knight e6.
f3, queen e2, or knight b6.
Yeah, then I think you may not be able to get this pawn back.
Yeah, after.
So maybe you can play b3 here. Would that be an idea?
I don't know. Yeah. And then queen e2, c4.
Yeah, that is possible. Yeah,
I mean,
maybe
it's
just queen e2.
interesting. But okay,
Yeah.
knight d2 in the game is normal.
Yeah, actually, as you were saying, I realized that in this position, oh, so they did go c4. So I was thinking here, we were saying when white's plan was going c4, cd5. I think after that, white can waste a tempo and go back and come back.
Yeah, you have to go.
Yeah, because that's the only good square for the knight. b3, there's not really much of a scope.
Yeah, you went knight b3.
So he
in
did
the
go
game.
rook c1, knight f cd5, and actually even knight b3. Okay, so he's trying to put the knight on c5 maybe and try to extend.
Yeah, he played b6. Now there is weakness on c6, b5.
Yeah.
That's called as weakness.
And I like white's position.
Yeah.
No? As you said, this is weak. This pawn, I mean, this square is weak. All the light squares are weak, and now this is truly looks like a pawn. This bishop.
Yeah, actually there is a line in slab. They played d4, d5, c4, c6.
Okay, let me make it on the board for our viewers. d4, d5, c4, c6.
cd5, cd5, bishop g5.
Ah, okay, this
This
line.
whole point of this line, I guess, is knight f6.
They would take.
Just take.
Yeah, and they.
I mean, you have to take with the g pawn.
Yeah. If e pawn, knight c3, queen b3, and you just take them.
like the same similar structure.
Yeah.
But white is a bit moves down. But I mean, it's.
And I think the best move is f6 or something, right?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I've seen some games with f6, knight c6, e5. There's a lot of theory in this game now.
Yeah, there's a lot of theory in a lot of games.
Especially rapid blitz, I see this game coming more often now. And so d4, knight f6, and then so
we saw this game.
yeah, we saw this game. So after we'll see one more game and we can take a quick break, and then we'll look at based on. I'm not sure what happened in the game between Gish and Rahman and
I think
Gajic.
it's just a walkover.
Yeah, walkover. I don't know for which side.
I mean,
most probably white
play,
didn't
right?
come. I assume white didn't come in that game. Okay, what is Swapnil's game? I think Swapnil's maybe just better, so we can look at that game later on. Let's see if there's any other. Let's look at Karthik Venkatraman versus Srikanth because they seem to have exchanged a lot of pieces.
It's already moved 29.
Yeah, and it's just like close to only 1.5 hours. And Karthik is also I think he just returned from a US tournament. He played 2 tournaments in US, Bay Area, and before that he was playing the North American International, and so he's also one of India's leading
it could
players.
be a jet lag. I mean,
Yeah.
how can he play?
Yeah, the tournament ended 2 days ago. I remember. In the last
I
round,
saw this live. I mean, just,
and the last round he beat someone strong, and
I remember. Yeah, I knew it.
and now he's here. That's
No, he
dedication.
drew actually in the last round.
He drew? I
Yeah,
think he-
against Bricks.
Oh, he Dario Schwartz.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay. But I think he lost to Christopher Yu in the third round or something.
I don't remember.
Okay. Yeah, I was following this tournament, and he suffered one upset loss, and but he came back pretty strong in that tournament. So d4, g6, and Srikanth for US in this game, Karthik is playing white, and Srikanth K, who's a 1930 rated plays having the black pieces. So
Just
this is like some old Indian. I'm not sure what exactly this is called. Some old Indian, I believe, is what this is called. Something like. So it's not exactly King's Indian, somewhere borderline, but few tempos. So definitely. So rook b1, rook b8. So white is trying to get the b4 break in. That's why rook b1 was the whole plan. Okay, another g4, right? For king side attack.
G4.
Yeah.
I mean, G4 is not. I think in this game it's for positional use.
Yeah.
Because you just stop F5.
Yeah, and.
But I mean, he didn't go H4 at all in this game.
Yeah, actually, yeah. So he just wanted to, but he could have waited, right? But he could have waited till black goes knight e8 then. But I think he doesn't have a useful move other than g4. Because f3 then it may allow knight h5. Maybe that's what he was worried
bishop,
about. Yeah, maybe he was, obviously this is not good for white, giving up control of the dot square. Maybe he thought, okay,
is
yeah.
normal, I mean.
Yeah, perfectly fine. And then B4. He's playing on both the flanks at the same time. G4, B4, F5,
Takes,
G4.
takes, knight e4.
Okay, so
No,
black
he's
plays an
taking on B4.
intermediate. No, why did? So if rook
Maybe
F,
just bc5.
maybe
Or
yeah,
even
bishop
bishop
G4.
g4, bishop e6.
Yeah, D3, one or the other. Maybe this with bishop E6 check is, I think, very strong.
Yeah.
Because then this knight can go to E4 or this
I
knight.
guess this line, like this kind of structure, it's dubious.
Yeah, for black, right?
Because
Yeah.
he has lost a lot of tempo.
And also he has opened up the G file, and white's king is safer on the E file. So if white
Yeah.
can just go rook G1 and some. If white managed to exchange, let's say bishop G4, bishop C8, then queen G4 comes in,
Yeah,
it's game
and
over.
everything is just gone.
So CB4, AB4, knight DF6. So queen C2, king H8. Okay, so white is in a pawn up, but wow, very interesting one, a knight G8. Oh, okay. So I think his idea was to go knight e7 and pick up this pawn.
But still, I
But
mean, after just picking up, I don't see
doesn't do. You can just, I mean, as knight g3
Knight
was played,
G3 played.
and if knight e7, you have bishop d3 if you want to just
Yeah,
hold on to
still,
it.
if you take knight f5, then also I can play bishop d3.
Yeah, then h7. Yeah, because
There are a lot of moves.
yeah. So white is like doing very good in this position. Rook d1,
Could go
knight
knight
e-
c5, yeah, even c5.
knight g4, bishop g4, knight g4, knight e4.
Hmm.
Wow, that's a very bold 25th move castling.
I guess the best one is this 37th move. It was played by our David and some. I guess it was
Last year,
European,
yeah, I remember. I
It was
heard
in
about this game
Caragon,
also
yeah.
very late.
37th move he did. I mean, I was shocked.
25th move castling. And black also has double bishop, so it would generally people would fear to castle in an open position when your
But
opponent has.
anyway, black can't attack and he has the knight on g3.
Yeah, so that
There shouldn't be that
and
much
actually it's
problem.
very interesting. Why did he take with here? It would have been a way stronger.
But also knight c5 is strong.
He wants to
You
get
have
knight
knight
e6.
e6, d6.
And then maybe pick up this g7 and then
Yeah,
queen
after
g2 and
g7.
e5. Yeah. So that's why black went f8 rook. But this position is not that clear in my opinion, no?
Yeah,
I mean,
black
because there's
has
no clear
some
targets yet, and this pawn is a
I mean,
thing you have to
maybe-
keep defending.
maybe-
Let's say if I go rook c8, let's
Queen
test
g4.
queen g4. Can I start with this? Let me just go with this and see what happens.
I don't think so. This works.
How will you defend this pawn?
Just go on f3.
In f3 maybe bishop h6.
6 then d6 and f4.
Oh, let's say no, not this take. I take with the
King
bishop.
h1.
King h1.
Then
Your
f8
queen
is a
f8
mate.
mate is coming. So and then d7 is so
Yeah.
yeah, this is a problem. So I cannot be too, take too much risk and sacrifice exchanges. Yeah, that was just to test. Okay, let's say instead of rook c8, let me first check if there was any update on the. Oh, they played a bunch of moves. So queen c4, black played a5, and white played knight e6. So this is where the current exact position is, and the clock time is white has 1 hour 3 minutes and black has 42 minutes. So it's interesting. So okay. So I
White
have-
has some ideas like queen h4, queen f6.
yeah.
Anyway,
And I go queen b6 here.
Anyway, I think I can just
Go-
give up this e3 pawn.
You don't mind giving up b.
Yeah,
but
because
then
they
we'll
can
give
just
some check. Okay, king
King
g2,
G2.
yeah, then not much.
Like queen h4, I can go queen e3, king g2.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start with the pawn capture. Let I take
Queen
then
c7.
bishop d.
Oh,
so
no,
queen
it's
g7
just
mate.
queen d6.
This
Queen
is-
d6.
Yeah, I can do this also. Yeah. If just for US, if this checkmate on g7.
That's fine.
Yeah. So, but maybe then he takes a5, but that doesn't make huge difference. Then
Maybe I
have-
have a doubt. What
Yeah.
if this take on b4?
You mean queen takes b4?
Yeah.
Bishop. Bishop b4. You have d6. Is what you are
Anyway,
saying.
yeah, a b4 also I want to play d6.
Can I harass your rook? Bishop c2.
Sudden, actually.
Because if you move your rook to f1, I may go bishop b3
Bishop
or
B-
a4, one or the other way.
Or can this take on d6?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
rook
missing.
c1, bishop b3.
Yeah, rook c1, bishop b3, and then
And
knight
d7, bishop e6,
c5.
rook c8, rook c1.
Knight c5.
You stop
And you
the
just
pawn
take and you
actually,
can
yeah?
go bishop e6.
You
here.
can call bishop d5.
Or worst, you just go here.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is hanging. No, maybe we have to be kind of more.
Maybe just take and rook d8, yeah?
Yeah, that would be equal, no?
Okay, yeah.
I'm thinking black can start pushing here for a win. Let's say I'll just go a4. Oh, d. Oh yeah,
No,
I can do
d7,
this.
bishop
Now
e6.
bishop e6. So I can do this. I can be ambitious and go into this variation actually.
Yeah.
I think I'll play some knight f5, knight e4, some playing some
Yeah, I
resources.
mean, he will do some tricks.
Yeah, some tricks.
And he's ahead, so
Yeah.
he
So
will.
the live game is on right now knight e6 on move 30, and this is where we have stopped. I mean, we are calculating, and then black is also this can there can be some chance for an upset on this board. I think. I mean
I don't
draw.
think so. I mean, this Karthik, like, he tricks.
He's very good in this
Yeah.
board.
I mean,
Okay.
queen before I can go queen f1.
Okay.
Interesting
What is your
move.
threat?
Queen
This
f6.
check is there, but even then it's not a mate. No, I can go king
You can
g8.
take
But
on e5, play d6.
that is true. It's
Then knight
okay.
f1.
So let's see if I want to stop.
I just want to trick you.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
Okay, let me try to bring my queen closer then. Maybe queen g4, attacking the rook,
Then
and
check,
I'm
right? Check rook
thinking
f1.
g8, rook f1.
Bishop h6, queen e5. You have to go bishop h6.
Yeah.
Take
Then
on
queen.
e4.
Yes, it's complex. Rook e8 maybe. I think one thing is that now at least I've stopped this knight from entering the game. Some knight f5, knight
Yeah.
due to the spin. Maybe king
That's
h1. Can
true.
you play a move like this? Trying to play knight f5. Actually,
Yeah,
it's a
I
very
mean-
interesting idea. Is knight f5, bishop f5, rook g1, and win the queen.
Yeah, bishop e4, queen e4.
Oh yeah,
Ah,
bishop e4,
That's
queen.
fun, man.
Yeah, that's very funny. So yeah, so this is a position that yeah, actually it's critical moment for black. He has we have to do
I think queen b4 is natural. Okay, a b4 is an option just to push the pawn
yeah.
faster.
I think this is also a candidate move, no? Bishop h6, bishop h6, queen b4,
No, but then queen h4.
queen h4, bishop
I see,
e3,
sorry.
king h1. So you're threatening here.
Oh, it's forced.
Mate, I can't stop it anyway.
Okay, queen d7 is there
Yeah.
somewhere. No, but then queen f6, queen e5, be resigning.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that
can
is
go
true.
rook f8, but or even just king g8, right?
Yeah, maybe
I'm
I'll go
thinking
here
now.
because now if you
Queen
go queen
f6,
f6, I can
bishop
just go bishop
f6.
h6 and defend it. But then
still
knight f5,
f5, bishop f5.
rook g1. That's checkmate.
Oh, you're
now.
going rook g1. Okay, I thought queen f6. This is checkmate.
Yeah, this is I just checkmate you here. No? Yeah, this is a checkmate out there. So for bishop h6, queen h4. Yeah, so bishop h6 maybe is losing outright, or unless black may have to do this, but this should also lose mostly.
But there is idea actually. King g8. You go king
King
g8.
g8, queen h.
Queen f6, queen d7. Looks.
So knight f5.
ugly.
So, okay, the queen defense. So you can
Yeah.
go bishop king h8. There's no such thing.
Okay, you can take on e5.
Like it was.
Bishop
Or can I just,
a7, I
can I
can
just
go.
go this and try to do something with my pawns? Maybe. I could.
Queen c6 is right.
Oh yeah.
It's mate.
Yeah, it's mate. I just blundered a mate in
Queen
one.
e5.
Yeah, queen e5. Then.
I have to go bishop a7. That's
Yeah.
the problem for black.
But
Now
now
you
rook
can go
c1, rook c7.
something, yeah, or even chase take on b8.
Yeah, pawn up. Yeah, I'll just do it. Or
Maybe
now,
you can see
or
if
now I can do also some of these tricks with this rook
But
g1,
bishop
queen
f4.
b8. Some I don't know if it will work, but we can just see if it works.
Yeah.
Some tricks like this. Wait, is it
Possible.
mate?
No, king
Or,
d6.
mm, I can take here or knight f4. Let's see where.
No, king g5.
Yeah, this is not working. This is just
And
too much.
push.
Hopefully, hope chess I'm playing. Okay, so I think black is going to certainly think, and this is one game we should certainly look and keep
Yeah.
an eye on. And I think we can take a break now, and we'll be back soon. Till then, I will keep the live game of this game itself, so that if there's any updates, you can watch as it is. And we'll be back very soon, so don't go anywhere. Just one.
What have you played? Some games?
No, I think I have to reposition.
First
Is the
game,
board
round
visible?
one.
Is the board visible?
First board.
Is
No, no, it's still 30
that board is
seconds.
not
30
visible?
seconds, that is-
Okay,
it's there.
let me position. I have muted the audio also.
Reloading.
For
Reload
me,
what?
it's working. It's working. It's still running.
Window.
30 seconds left.
I am pushing the thing.
Half of it is visible. So you will be, whether you move it, it doesn't work. You need to reload.
Moving that, no?
It's half. Okay. Now it's
Why
fine.
for me it's this?
What?
Okay, just stop. It's half board. I can't
It's
see the
fine
full
now.
board.
Fine now? This is good?
It'll take some time.
Okay, good. We can.
Stop
Yeah,
it
ஒரு
up.
10-12 நிமிஷம் break. ரொம்ப thanks.
So you stop.
பரவாயில்ல
The stream.
Huh?
Stop.
No,
You
no.
have posted it.
Yeah, yeah,
Streaming
this
is
is
live. That
Mute
live.
है.
Huh?
But mute.
Yeah, muted it. Audio input capture is that.
No, that's fine. If the streaming is not going live, that's fine.
Stream will go on live, but I will just take a break. They'll see this position.
They see games, then put it on mute.
It's on mute.
हाँ mute है.
See, I've put the mute. I've clicked on that I button on audio input capture. That's just good, no? If
Oh,
you-
it's coming.
The audio is still coming. Okay. How do I mute here? How do I? We are back for the commentary. It was a quick break that we took, and there was actually a lot of results that happened. And once again, I'm Grandmaster Priyadharshan, and today with me in studio is Grandmaster Praggnanandhaa. And we have a bunch of results that actually has come in. Alexandrov has won his game against Saurav Biswas. I think we left the game at somewhere. Let me flip the board because. So I think the last time we left was somewhere here, and we said that there was a comment transmission issue somewhere around this point, and then now we are back. The transmission, I think they corrected it, and 97. Okay, so now the rook was on G1. That is why he took. So
Yeah.
the point was knight F5. Last time we checked, we were like, why is white blundering a piece? But now there's knight F5 check, and white is winning a piece here. So that's why rook Fc8 was played in this position. F3. So white continues to give the knight, but sadly black. Actually, maybe knight H5 is even stronger. He's just win.
Yeah.
I think another piece also almost like just pin it. To this game
Knight
over.
F5 is also.
So rook A B8 and then
Actually,
at
knight
last-
F5 is made. The drift one.
mate. Yeah.
Knight F5.
Oh, knight F5.
Yeah,
Sorry.
rookies are made.
Knight F5, king F. Rook. Oh yeah.
This is made.
Yeah, mate by. Oh,
No,
this
no,
this
it's
check.
okay.
Yeah, this check and then rook. Yeah, this is a mate. Yeah, that's mate. So black decided to go rook A B8 and B5. So black is trying to create a counterplay on the queen side. There's really nothing that he can do on the king side right now. Still, it's kind of a hopeless position for black. Rook H7, trying to pin the bishop, and knight E6, bishop H6. So if king G8, I think this is what Blight had in mind, and knight E7 check, and then rook takes G7, and then it's game over basically. So rook G8, F4. I think the idea was bishop G. If EF4, I think he wanted to go bishop H5. Yeah. And the king is basically stuck. If king F6,
F6. There should be something. No, knight F4.
yeah.
No, then. No. Yeah, knight F4.
F4, knight, except for you have bishop G7 check.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if bishop H6, yeah, rook F7.
Rook F6. Just.
Yeah, you could do that. Or is there a mate here?
I don't know.
No, I think the king is escaping. So rook takes H6, king E5, then maybe knight D3 check. Oh, but then king D4.
I mean, king is just too weak.
The king is just walking into all the dark squares and the king
Yeah,
runs away.
but
That's fun. Yeah,
this-
this is funny. This variation is actually.
But there should be something.
Yeah, so let's see what exactly. Rook G8, F4, EF4. Let's try to figure out the forced win. That maybe takes, right? And
Yeah,
rook
just,
G7,
G7,
and this should be the simplest way to win. Yeah. And white is just a piece up most likely in this variation. So rook G8, F4. The game continued with B takes E4, bishop C4. Now the E6 knight is also pinned. So basically rook G7 is a very big threat that's coming up. in this
Also
position.
F5, yeah.
Rook B2, king C3, rook H2, and as expected, rook takes G7. And if king G7,
Knight E5.
yeah, knight E5, and then D7 is hanging, and white is just a piece up. So king E8, EF.
Okay, yeah, no need, but okay.
Yeah, he just decided to not even save his piece. He's like, okay, I can win any way I want, and I think it's a fair point for black to resign because black has no counterplay, and rook G7 is coming. Bishop C4, rook G7, and then mate checkmate.
Yeah.
Mate in 3 is coming up here.
Can we look at Abdi Gupta's game?
Yeah, so I just got information that Abhijit Gupta's game is getting interesting. So let's get back to that game. We left the game at some point where Abhijit had actually opened up his own king side with keeping his king on the center, and then white did not follow it up properly. But then there seems to be some updates on that game. So let's catch up on that. So this was bishop F4, G6, and I think the last time we left this game was somewhere around yeah, we left.
On rook D1, I guess.
Yeah, we left at this point. Yeah, rook a d1, and we were talking about d3. We are talking about this line, and we thought, I think this is the game also. If I'm
No,
not.
even queen c5.
Okay, black just took queen takes e5 directly in this game. And in this one, Abhijit is black, so let's look from black's perspective. Bishop f2. So he rejected d3. Maybe he thought this was better. That's interesting to know. f2, b5, knight e5.
This kind of thing.
Yeah, so if only the queen was here, that rook h1 mate idea would have been alive. So that's what actually he could have brought it back into the game, but then knight f3.
Anyway, you can't go rook h1, right? King h1, queen h4, king g1.
Oh, but that's bishop g1.
Bishop
Yeah.
was there always.
So that idea doesn't work really here at this point. So bishop d4, queen d5, and so I think white is just running rook h2, bishop h3 moves like that.
Yeah,
So queen e3. 6, queen g3. Okay, so if f5, bishop
Rook
e5.
e5.
Or rook e5, yeah.
Rook e5 and rook f5.
Oh, yeah, this is just devils. Is there some
Because bishop e5, you can put some rest.
queen?
And
Yeah,
queen
yeah.
f7.
Yeah, bishop e5, queen f7. Yeah, but this is just devastating
just
because
fine.
here and just rook takes f4. Yeah, this is just too strong. So here, queen takes g3, c5, bishop f2. But
That should be a win.
yeah, looks like can white go knight g6 here?
That's what I was saying.
Because
So then
bishop
bishop
g6, queen g6, c d4, rook e7.
Rook h7.
Rook h7. If rook takes d4, and that so the
Yeah,
audience,
then
maybe I'll
just-
just make the moves on the board so that they know what variation we're exactly talking about. Rook d4.
Queen h4? No, rook g7.
Yeah, queen
this-
h5 falls for this tactic. So maybe queen c5.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe this
c4.
move. So the pinning this rook and attacking this at the same time. Yeah, and maybe queen e4. No. Oh, but then just rook f8. Yeah, you're just a
Just
piece.
go.
So maybe this is how I think this is a critical move then queen c5 holding because can I give a check and do something?
Check and go b4.
Yeah, b4 threatening rook e8.
Yeah, b4.
But queen c8.
b4 queen h5 is there. Unfortunately.
Yeah, that is there. So here, if I give a check here, it obviously will just come back queen f8.
Queen bishop f8 is also good.
Yeah, bishop f8, queen e6, rook f7.
It should be not.
Yeah, you can have queen h5 here, rook d7, queen h5.
No, rook d7 can't. It's not
Oh yeah, that's a pin. Yeah. So, yeah. So here white is just a piece down. I mean, white has some compensation, but not good enough for a piece sacrificed. So I think that is why white did not go knight g6. But instead of knight g6, yeah, it's okay. I have an interesting idea. Can we just try to keep this and go c4 here? Because I want to keep the bishop here and try to hit f6 at some point. So c4, I think natural move is take. I don't see any other option for black. And just go here.
Queen b7? No,
No.
not here.
Oh, earlier.
C4.
So you want to go queen. But then you're just dropping this pawn. Oh, then
I'm
rook.
just
Taking the piece back. But in this position, let's say, it's a double attack on my piece. And I don't have anything to do. Yeah, that's,
But okay, I think there will be a lot of compensation for a piece in bishop c5, f8, or e5.
yeah, that is true. I'm just saying if that's like straight up out. Can I just go here? Can I do the same line with just that the queen is not on d5? This rook take on rook e5 threatening rook g5.
Rook f8?
Maybe can I go like rook
There
d
should be a
d5?
lot of compensation
Yeah,
for sure.
or maybe just even rook
Just take on b5.
or even queen g5, no? Threatening
But
rook
there
e5
is some kind of ideas like b4. I just want to take
Oh,
on b5.
and sack the queen maybe. Queen
Yeah.
e7 and b takes e3. Yeah, this could be very dangerous for black.
Yeah, that's
White
why
actually.
maybe you can just take on b5 instead of queen g5. So
Oh, here you may just take here.
Yeah, just there's no
And
ideas
just
like
keep
that,
playing.
Yeah?
Yeah, black has no active counterplay in this position basically in this. Yeah. Yeah, so let's see what white did though. White went bishop f2 and then queen a2.
Yeah, now there's some transmission.
I think transmission error.
Okay.
Yeah, they just repeated the moves, which cannot be true. So again, we are hit with a transmission error on this game. I think most probably after queen a2, white is thinking what to do. I think this is the live position. I would like to believe, but
Sure, there is an interesting game.
which one?
Arpandas was
Okay, I think it was one of the top boards which we are yet to cover. Luka Pechadze, Arpan Das. It's I think seventh board in this tournament, and Luka Pechadze is also a grandmaster from Georgia, and he's having the black pieces, a very strong grandmaster with 2583 rating, and he's playing Arpan Das, who is rated 1955. It's a Karakon. We haven't seen a Karakon today, so this is the first Karakon. Advanced Karakon, and Luka Pechadze is having the black pieces. Knight h6. Okay, interesting. I mean, I think there's like million ways to play this position with black. Knight e7, knight d7, f6, c5. Yeah, black can play even any move literally.
Like bishop b4 check is also there.
Yeah, bishop b4, c3, bishop e7, or bishop a5,
bishop
right?
a5, yeah,
And then they drew something. Yeah, this is like a position where any legal move is, I think, a okay move, kind of like that kind of position for black. So black goes knight h6. And again, the idea is that if bishop h6, black doesn't mind having a double pawn because he'll just go rook g8,
F6.
knight d7, and long castle, and he'll try to generate counterplay on the g file, which is actually will help black. That's why white also did not take on h6. And then bishop g6. So now he's threatening to go knight f5, a4, knight f5, as like the game happened. Knight d2, a5. So white is trying to gain space, and I think one normal idea is c3, b4, right? Just completely shut down and then play f4, g4. So bishop e7. Okay, so white has a huge space advantage, so black has to be careful not to get
They
one of.
usually play f5 in this kind of version, but now if f5, g5, and
Yeah.
black.
Oh, black plays f5.
Yeah, but then now I think g5 and
But can we
piece
do
is
some
short.
knight 6? Maybe he's worried of something like this.
Yeah, this kind of.
Queen e8. This should be good for black.
I don't think so. You have to play bishop h5.
Okay.
We just play gh.
G takes h6, G takes h6, and go king h1. Yeah. King h7.
I feel black pieces is not coordinated. Maybe queen d3, queen h3.
Yeah, that is true.
And
White has
like
space
that,
advantage also, and this bishop is.
I mean, it's always annoying to go this kind of question against lower.
Yeah, very true.
That put you in some kind of pressure.
Correct. Yeah. So bishop
played
f6. Yeah. So black actually played f6. What about white going f5? I think black will just go bishop f7, and black would be happy because now the position opens up and the white king is weak, but black's king is very safe. That's what black wants really.
And bishop d3.
And then c5 break comes in. Wow, this is a very.
Both are going for.
I think actually more like a very aesthetic question would be this. That's how many fun.
This is funny.
But I think most probably black should be winning. Just take some d4 and take on e5.
Take on e. Okay, yeah, this.
Yeah, I think some fe5, something.
Yes.
Yeah, something like this should be like game over, I believe. So instead, this did not happen in the game though. I think f6 and white played c4 immediately instead of provoking or pushing f5. So it could have transposed to f5. Okay, c5, d5, bishop f5, fe5, fe5. Okay, in general, how would you think about this question? Who would you choose? If you had.
I'm gonna have to analyze.
Yeah, I guess because it's.
Okay, cd4, e6. Yeah, c4. What he played in the game?
He played c4 and white countered with e6. Yes.
Yeah, I don't see.
I think they just played the best moves, right? AD7.
Bishop f5, knight c5. Bishop d7. What's wrong?
I think rook f8 and queen f3 check something.
Oh yeah, d5.
But you can go bishop f6. Oh, g5,
G5.
then. So and then you're losing a piece.
Yeah,
so
even bishop g6. Oh no, it's.
So if he puts his bishop on
faster.
let's say I play bishop d3 here. I'm trying to do something on.
But then take.
On bishop e3 maybe.
Takes on d3.
Something on the f2 square if queen takes d3.
Still.
Oh, actually you can go this. This is you can hide on h3. Oh, rook f8.
I will just go h1.
Take a draw. Okay. I think if white is trying to play for a win. Actually, this could be, I don't know, bishop f4. But you just take queen.
No, what's rook f4?
Oh, its screening is stopped. Yeah, there's a bishop here stopping the queen. So yeah, so this is just.
I guess you can just go no.
Which line?
I think you can go bishop d2.
Here, this position.
Yeah.
Rook f3, you want to give up the queen?
Yeah.
And take on h4. Oh, queen f6 is bishop g5. Can I do some g5 check? That would just, I think, take and king h4.
Or even.
This you would win, right? Bishop g, white would win, right?
Yeah, bishop h4, yeah?
Yeah. Unless I can hold a draw this way.
No, but black's winning. You can't d7.
Oh, yeah. Just 10 games still. Yeah, it's equal. I mean, 1 point. Yeah.
Okay, also instead of bishop d2, you can go rook a3. There is option.
Here, rook a3 and yeah. So there's a lot of options to do here in this position. So let's. But where
It's getting complicated.
Yeah, but I think this
He
is
played
where
bishop g6. For
Okay.
knight c5, he played bishop g6.
Knight c5 he played. Okay, so he didn't do either. He went bishop g6 and This is the live position we have right
Now
now.
I played bishop f4.
Okay, bishop f4.
No, for some reason I played rook f7. Ah, okay, knight d6 threatened.
Yeah. So he went rook f7.
And now I played g5.
Okay, so if bishop g5, knight e6 is coming. But can I do some tricks there? Like
Actually,
give
white is just low on time. He has just 1 minute.
Can I do some tricks like this in this position? With bishop e3
Just
check,
king g2,
bishop e4.
king g3. Then you want to take on d7?
Yeah, I was thinking if this works. Even though I'm a full queen down, I think white should be able to just even play some rook
knight
f3.
e6.
Worst case, yeah, anything wins. Yeah,
Rook d6, queen g4.
yeah. I was just thinking if I could do some queen sack and try to do some magic on the
Maybe
board.
here you should have just played bishop e7 just to keep solid.
Yeah. Give up the exchange. Actually, it doesn't matter, right? The king is very weak. That you can give
but
up.
I don't think white wants to take this exchange. Maybe he wants to play queen f3.
For bishop e7,
Yeah.
queen f3. But then if I go into this endgame,
But maybe now you don't have the c4 outpost, but still.
white is
Yeah.
overextended on both sides. A5 is also will be a weak pawn if you exchange everything. G4 is kind of weak.
Then he has to take this
Yeah,
exchange.
he has
But
to take-
after taking exchange,
Black is
put the
certainly-
bishop on e4.
Yeah, just came over.
Just-
Bishop on f6 and then it's like you're attacking all the
Yeah,
weak.
but I don't know why he went rook f7.
Yeah, rook
B
f-
miss g5.
Yeah,
Still
G5.
this position. You can take on f4 in this position.
So G5, this is the position, right?
Hmm?
Yeah, rook f4. Rook f4. Let's say rook takes f4. If queen g5, we can go queen g4.
Oh, you have to take with the bishop. No?
Yeah. Or
No,
yeah,
queen
I can't do
g4 is-
anything. This would be very bad queen exchange. I don't want to. I will have to take here. Can I go here now?
Oh, this is just yours.
This is the game.
No,
Oh, they're still
no,
thinking.
yes,
Okay.
it's
So this is a variation that we are thinking. So to the audience, this is the live position after g5, and we're calculating what happens if rook f4, and bishop g5. Knight. But
Queen
here,
e7.
but I just take and go queen g4, right? Oh, you have.
Ah,
Oh no, maybe you have this intermediate check and then take. But I don't know if it makes any difference. Does it?
Makes.
Yeah, actually it does. Yeah, so queen e3 check.
But I have actually for queen e7 should be some.
What move do you see here? Rick?
I don't know. I have to take on g5, but then queen e3.
Yeah, this is a very nice intermediate check without taking that. And the idea is here after rook f2 takes, you can
Just take back.
and just take a perpetual. I
Or
mean,
even you can
repeat.
play rook f8.
Yeah, but queen e2 now. It's now queen g5 rook g2. I think this
or
is
else you can also play queen d2 now, stopping queen d2.
Oh yeah, queen d2 is even simpler. I mean, I think this endgame is also black can play. Actually, this is black has two
black
pawns
has 2 pawns,
compensation, and this bishop has a very nice outpost. So if you try to do something like this, I'll just shut off this e file with bishop e4 and take the pawn and slowly play g5 h6.
Rook
and-
d6, rook a6 is also something
Yeah,
like
this
that,
is a
yes.
weak. Actually, black I think was favorable in this endgame also, even though it would been exchanged down 2 pawns, a lot of compensation.
Look at Karthik when you're on the game. So
Okay,
he's
so
towards,
I think okay, so if in a position like this when your opponent has 1 minute and you have 48 minutes, let's say you're playing, you would you try play for the time, Prag, or would you like try to calculate everything and then
Nah, you must play.
he must play fast.
Yeah.
He shouldn't calculate all this.
Yeah, you can, but still. You can also play fast. That's also.
Yeah, that's trying to play for clock, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's no like right way or wrong. I think you can either play for clock or try to find the
Yeah.
best move. But if you think,
Practically, you can play for croc. I mean, it will be working.
yeah,
Also, you should not blend it. That's
yeah.
play fast.
I think we hear Priyadharshan is calculating quite a bit before he figures out before he makes his move, and he has 48 minutes to make his decision. Okay, let's look at Karthik's game. I think we did look at this game earlier, and then we left in a very complex position. That was the double knight versus double bishop position in King's Indian, I believe. Yeah, it was somewhere here. The game. I'm pulling that game up here. Game is here, and they reached move 40 in 2 hours. And this was okay, d4, g6. D4, G6. G7, and I think we left. Yeah, after we left way later than this. We
Yeah,
left
no.
here. We left
Yeah.
at this position,
Yeah, I
and
told you played the A-B4.
in the game after knight e6. Okay, he just took
A
8x before. Yeah, this was the move you were suggesting. You were saying white could just play this. A b4, rook
F1.
bishop h6, and if queen h4 now. Oh, just d5 is not
D5,
supported.
yeah, no, D5
That is why
is
earlier this was
shit.
line was working, but now you just lose the everything. That's why queen h4 is not possible. So rook f1. What was played in the game? Oh, bishop h6, e4,
B5.
b5, queen b3. Would it have been better maybe to first give this check and do b5 so that this bishop is at least active, or would it make any difference?
No, I think it worsens the situation.
Yeah, actually, yeah, because the queen f3 and queen f6 is threatened, and it's better to have the square controlled, guarded by the bishop on h6. So rook c8, queen f3, bishop f4. Yeah, so to the viewers, if they had gone into this endgame, it would have been bad for white because this pawn is very advanced. Or is it?
It's over.
Yeah,
It's over, yeah?
No, d6, b2. Let's say I go here. Rook c1, d7. No. I have knight f1.
Which should be a draw.
Yeah, this should be a draw. But if knight f4, e4, queen f. Yeah. Oh, maybe black will go rook d8. Yeah. Try if e5, b2 then. And this is over. Yeah. So this is over. So, but obviously white
I don't
didn't
know,
take.
maybe rook f3 is there.
Yeah. So maybe I should first play b2 then. d6, b2, rook f1. Oh, but then you have rook b1. That will be a draw. Yeah. I think white is still trying to push for a win. Maybe that's why he doesn't want to take this line.
I don't know, he's doing some trick.
Huge rating. Yeah, he's trying. Okay, checkmate. But black just drops back. And the key squares are obviously this, this and this for white to do anything. I don't see, because this bishop is controlling all the light squares, and this bishop is doing a good job. When the queen comes to f2, it comes to f4 and a7 to h6. Oh wow, white rejected a repetition. And did he blunder with king h1?
No.
Bishop e4, knight e4, queen d5.
Knight f4.
Queen e4. Oh, you want to go queen g?
G2, knight g2. No, queen g2 just take, right?
And b2, yeah. And if I go rook g8, how will you get out of this pin?
Just rook c1 or rook d1.
Okay.
Just check and mate.
Okay, I was thinking of a funny line, but it doesn't work. Not here. That's rook c8 check. I wanted to go b2 here, but there's this check.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to go here. If takes, I take on c1, but this it's an idea that black may consider, but on a better circumstance, he may be able to implement it. So queen e4, knight g2, and I think, is this where the live feed is? Yeah, so he's thinking. So 3 pawns, 2 are double pawns, and I think black should lose this, right? The king is too weak.
Yeah.
So let's.
Maybe you should have just played for king h1, just wait.
But why should black go into this position? So what was the idea of king h1 on 38th move when white went? Nothing. Just white want to play a move, and maybe black would have just gone like, okay, now if I go rook a2, there is a threat. Now queen h1 is powerful because there's a back rank threat on
bishop
g7.
h6, queen a8,
That's the idea. So but black would have just gone b4 and just waited. Improve the one more pawn and
later it might queen.
Yeah. And also king h1 is kind of dubious in some sense, right? Because it allows bishop e4 with a check at some lines, which is bad for white in many variations. So black would have just played a waiting move without doing much. But black hurried and black just went into this line. I think maybe black was planning to take here, and I think he missed this check. I think that could have been one of the plans black had. Get a feeling. Or maybe just take. Should also be winning, but maybe this is another just simple, interesting.
Yeah, but he must not have missed.
Yeah, I don't know which one, what line white. Okay, he went knight g2 as predicted by us, and I think white will win this game. Black is already starting to make mistakes, and 6 minutes, so black is in a huge time trouble. White has 47 minutes in comparison to black's 47. White has 47 in comparison to black's 6 minutes
Results in all top 3 boards.
And okay, there's a result update on Farooq Amanato won his game. Okay, we should actually see. We left in a position where it was equal, and the game ended
was
very
long
fast.
back.
Yeah,
It
that
was
wa-
knight e7 as you said.
yeah. E4, E5, knight F3. This was the Philidor game, and then he left the game somewhere around here.
Yeah.
So knight E3.
No, he played c3.
Oh, 11th one he played C3. Okay. Yeah, so this was the game, and we left here. I think we
No,
left
we
at this
left
point.
at-
No, I think he played
Yeah,
13th move D4.
As we said, he played knight e7.
Queen E7. And yeah.
I mean, you can always push these positions, like, till the end.
Yeah, this is one of those positions which looks like very symmetrical, equal, but the minor pieces make a difference. That the knight versus bishop, especially the bishop being a bad piece, black can outplay white in a long game, and that's what I think happened. So he managed to put it in a nice outpost, kind of knight c5. But that's not an outpost, right? Knight can kind of get kicked, but it is also a position where it's not easy to get kicked. It's and now black is creating imbalances in the pawn structure, which is a good thing if you're trying to push for a win. And I think maybe white just blundered something. The game ended in 5 moves from now.
Yeah, that's
That's shocking. Okay, so too many queen moves. Queen d5, queen a2, queen c4, another queen move. Oh, he just blundered a piece. Okay, so he just blundered a piece and it was good enough. Okay, so Amanato won. That's so the top seed won as expected. Alexander Pretke also won. And I think the Pretke game, yeah, we were pretty. This was the game with the Berlin with and Queen
Yeah.
G4. And did it go as we were thinking, or did Black try to put some better resistance? Let's look into that game just to see how exactly happened. And I think we left it somewhere over here. Yeah, Bishop C5 was the line we looked at last. And then Queen G4. And I think Castle was played, right, in the game?
Yeah, Castle.
Castle. Let's look from White's perspective this game. Queen G4, Castle, Bishop H6, G6, Queen F4. Also, he just gave up and... So why didn't he just take... Okay, he thought he could do this way also and just win an exchange with the Queen exchange. Okay, I think nothing to analyze this. It's just straight up exchange up and...
There is some.
Oh, really? Okay, let's see. What... Okay, so...
Not so easy.
Yeah, so there is really no open file right now for the rooks to enter, infiltrate. So Black has some resistance, and
No,
I think it's a transmission error. No side would just move their king 2 times in this game too. B1 king d7. White sacrificed a pawn to open up the position, but that looks a bit. I don't know.
it's just normal.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not even really you can take this, right? You can go bishop left, black goes bishop d4 and
But
bishop.
anyway,
It's just a doubled pawn.
Yeah.
So it's worth. I think this is also some sort of error. I don't know why black would resign. Yeah, but why would black resign after playing bishop f3, after making a smoke? I mean, I think the resignation either happened earlier or something. But the result is Alexander Pretke won and Pan Solaya also won. So we have 3 results on that. First 3 boards are all results. I mean, we have Alexandro winning his game. That's also a result that has come in. And Murali Karthikeyan was the first game to finish. Okay, we never looked at this Eragaisi Arjun with Jai Kumar, but the result is already in. So we'll quickly look into this game. Eragaisi is one of the recent grandmasters from India. And it's also a d4 knight f6. I think this is like a King's Indian, I believe. What was the opening they played? Oh yeah, okay, it's a King's Indian. d4 knight f6, c4, g6 knight c3, bishop g7, e4. Bishop e2 game. Okay. So he chose the bishop e2 variation. The other game we looked at was h3. I think that was Alexandrov, I believe. Yeah. Bishop e2, e5, d5 knight b d7, h4. So okay, interesting. I don't play this for white or black, but I don't really see the bishop going to f3. It's a bit strange, but interesting. And white's threatening to go b4 and kick the knight away from c5. That's why black plays a5. And if you're playing something like a3, black will go a4. And this is the dream position that black is hoping for. So that's why white did not play a3. h5, h6. If not, white would push h6. So h6 was played. G6, fg6. Bishop b3, b6, rook b1, bishop d7, and then b3, queen c8.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So b3 is generally a preparatory move in most positions to go a3, b4. Because if you go a3 directly, as I said, a4 would come. So b3 is the preparatory move. It's a very strange queen maneuver. Maybe I could just go even queen e2, but white decided to go knight g2.
I mean, if you don't play b4, I mean, what's the queen doing there?
But now the question is, what has your knight achieved after coming all the way? It can't go to d4. It's trapped basically.
That's the problem in these variations.
The knight just ended up getting trapped, and yeah. So now the big. I think white just won this game very convincingly. White didn't. Oh, okay, nice tactic. Queen c8, and just take a pawn for free, and take 2 pawns for free actually, and then yeah, this was just a very easy game for white in my opinion. Yeah, white.
No,
just,
queen b2.
Which what line were you thinking?
No, I thought why is giving the piece on b2.
Okay.
Then queen a7.
This queen a7 and double attack, and then black loses one, and next move should be a checkmate after rook g7. So king h7, queen c3, and the queen sadly got trapped.
No, but
there I couldn't do anything. I mean, he could go queen b3, but then that is like
take rook c3
you are getting a new passer up coming up. Yeah.
Just go rook c3 if you want.
Or you can do anything you want and win. Like one extra pawn and second pawn is on its way. So yeah, very clean win by white in this game. Arjun Aragesi beat Vijay Kumar, and then this game was. We left this game I think on move 15, which was Mark Pavlov's Kirill's 2-pack, and we called it black is going to win, and as expected, black won. But let's see the finish seems to be very nice in this game. Let's pull that game. b4, knight f6, and I think second was knight f3. This game, yeah. Knight f3, g6, knight c3, b5, and we left I think somewhere here. No. What is that?
You left there.
13th move. No, even knight e2, the 13th move, and black played knight bc6, I believe. Yeah, this was the game. So we left at this point, if I'm not mistaken. We left at this point, and black just decided to go knight b6. We were analyzing queen b6. Any move wins, yeah. And now the thing that one director is knight f3 check is also coming up immediately. So and black just dominated all the. Okay, so this is just like pure domination. I mean,
knight d5, knight f3.
He can come this way, but what does it achieve? Yeah, knight e5.
He did that.
Oh, he did that. Okay.
Anyway, knight joined back. That's fine.
So the point was, if he had gone knight g5,
f6. That's just trap.
Knight trap, and if he goes knight f4, knight e5, knight f3. So white didn't. I think obviously we can't suggest any good moves for white. It's kind of a very sad position for white. Queen a6. What is the idea of this?
Just some tricks. Arjun rook b. I mean, white doesn't have any move.
I think he wanted to go knight a5 and do knight b3 immediately. I think he was setting up this trap maybe. Yeah, something like this. Okay, so now b3 he went for another trick and okay. Oh, this is a nice piece sack. Just give up a piece and then just not a sack. It's a calculated winning variation.
Over.
Yeah, it's just over. Okay, this was also a nice easy win for black. So let's see. Actually, right now we have bunch of results, and let's look at Ajay Mushini versus Swapnil. I think the transmission stopped because they cannot be playing move 7 right now. And it's like 2.5 hours into the game. Let's look at Vishak. NR Vishak versus, because some queen h7 is there.
Okay, yeah.
Let's look. Oh, actually it's game over to 1-0. The results are up on this game too, but we'll see quickly what happened because we didn't have a chance to look at this game at all so far. So e4, c5. So this is the first Sicilian we are seeing today. Okay. Let's get becoming rare in open tournaments maybe. Bishop b5, but white didn't even go for the open Sicilian. White decided to go for the bishop b5 check, knight c6, castle, knight f6. So in this game, Vishak is playing white against Abid Ali, who is a 1926 rated player. I think Vishak is he's an IM. I'm not sure if he has any. I think he may have one GM norm or two.
He's good.
So close to a GM strength somewhere around 2486 rated, so very close to Grandmaster strength. And black should have played d5 here, but he wasted a tempo with a6 and white just explored.
It's just
Yeah, because if you take here, that's d5, this variation. And
so theory.
no, I think that the best move would be d5. Go into this line. Yeah, so that you save, the center is closed. But by we are wasting a move here with a6, so and now this bishop is like not this bishop is like doing nothing really. And white is all the dark squares are now big problem for, I mean not this one but this square is a big problem. And knight g5, queen h5 is the threat. Okay, queen d3 is also on the threat. Okay, I think black just lost. I mean, on the squares, dark squares especially. Nice maneuver
Then how
here.
did he get it? Queen h7.
Yeah, but nice maneuver here. Bishop d4, bishop e5.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, improve the pieces like slightly. Queen g3.
Just forward.
I really want to do some rook d5. I don't know if that's, but I have. Yeah, okay. He's just playing simple chess. Okay, knight f2.
Just got a piece.
Piece up, and then I think he just went after the king. Yeah, nothing really to. Yeah, just straight up checkmate in this line. Okay, it's
So you have to see this pie charts.
look up I charge this game. Okay.
Because he won.
Oh, he won. Okay, let's quickly cover that game before we go to the live games. There's still plenty of live games going on because 30 boats are broadcasted by the organizers. And to the audience, there's a 15-minute delay on the game. So if you so maybe the players would have finished the game 15 minutes early, but on the live feed we get it only after 15 minutes. So that's why you may see some players already outside the playing hall if you run into them. But the game maybe is live here. So we wanted to see the lookup charts. Oh, it's over also. Okay. And this was also a game we were briefly watching this game. E4 and then C6, D4, D5, E5, Bishop F5. And I think we stopped somewhere. What did he go? F6. Yeah, he played F6. And then yeah, we stopped somewhere here.
G5, yeah? We stopped G5.
Yeah, we stopped knight C.
G6.
Yeah, bishop G6, bishop F4. We saw rook F7. I remember seeing rook. Yeah, we stopped here.
Yeah, he played H6.
Oh, he didn't give the exchange sacrifice. We thought he just did H6. So G6, Queen E7, and then
Queen G4.
yeah, F Queen G4. So just bishop is being attacked. So bishop F5, and then Queen G2, King H7.
It's a complicated one now.
Yeah, it's maybe are we missing any important lines here? Queen G4.
And at G7, rook G7, just bishop E4 wins. So that's it.
Yeah. So bishop F5, Queen G2, King H7. Can I gain it? Oh, I can't gain. This is control. The square is guarded by the bishop. I can't gain a tempo. So bishop E5 makes sense.
G8.
Yeah, rook G8 is coming. Queen D. And B6. Oh, nice move. Trying to get the bishop back onto the A8, H1 diagonal. 6, knight E4.
This is a nice one.
Yeah, nice. Queen E6.
Just over Queen B7, rook D7.
Yeah, Queen B7, rook B7, or even Queen G6. So anything wins here basically at this point. Yeah, basically. So yeah, Black managed to waddle through the complications in a nice manner. And I don't know how much time he spent because I don't see the clock timer anymore. But I think he may have spent. I think when we left, it was around 48 minutes for pay charge. Maybe he spent like 5-10 minutes and figured out a lot.
I think there's a top board punch.
Okay. So right now the highest rated player who is still playing is Vaibhav Suri also won. Maybe we should look at this game before. Looks like maybe we'll just look at the blunder, not the whole game. I think looks like Black blundered somewhere late in the game. Somewhere around mode 20. He played Isha Sharma, 1900 rated player. And in this game, Vaibhav Suri had the white pieces. And a very strange opening choice by. I mean, this is okay, but this knight e4 looks very strange to me. I mean, you're moving same pieces multiple times. And CD5. Okay.
It's just gone.
It's already just lost. All the light squares are like completely.
Around with
the knight on d5, you're getting e4 for free. So many tempos and yeah. So very passive minor pieces.
Just as a call.
As you can see, and then knight e5, a5. Let's see quickly the end so that we can go to the next game. Okay, so rook a6. I think black wanted to play
Not
some
easy to
b5.
play.
But if she wanted to play b5, maybe she could have played b5.
No,
but then
then
she was
c6
queen
is weak.
c2. Yeah.
Then e5 kind of ideas comes
d5
from
can
them.
come here actually.
Yeah,
Maybe
also
this is
d5,
what
yeah.
she was worried about. I mean, rook a6, but just a3. Okay. I guess she just
Okay,
stepped
rook
in.
moves d5 is there anyway.
Yeah, so anything
no
wins. Yeah, rook a6, d5. I mean, rook a8, d5, and if the knight moves, the exchange is lost. Queen d7, a4, and you lose the piece to the prince. So black resigned. Very. They exchanged one pawn and a minor piece. I think that's all in this game, and black lost this game. Okay, so we have results on the top four boards, and
Not sure.
yeah, top four boards are done. I think now the highest rated player who is playing is Ivan Rosum, and many of the boards, one of the side is at least in time trouble. For example, in the game with Ivan Rosum on board 5, White has only 1 minute and 33 seconds. I hope that's the right timer. And
I think it should be gone. Somehow black just.
yeah, it's e4 e6, and then so it's Queen's Indian. And we can just go to the live game because I think there's a lot of games that we still have to cover. So, and that's also the middle game part was not that exciting in this game. Both sides were just maneuvering their pieces. Knight d3. So actually, this may be some maneuver that we can show to our audience. That here, White took a very long route to e5. This was the next set of moves that he played. So as you know, the position is very closed, but actually it was played by White. Position is closed. White had the liberty to spend few 4-5 tempos to even without like worrying about opening of the position being open or black seizing the initiative for the tempo.
But still, black improved his.
Yeah. Maybe we could have gone e3 here. What was minus? Why didn't he go e3 threatening bishop f1? Knight c4. Maybe was he worried about this line? But then he can just go queen a2.
It takes on e3. No, bishop f1. Oh, please go.
Yeah.
No, but then queen just moves the queen. Bishop a6 rook c2 is a queen trap.
Oh yeah. Yeah, bishop f1, queen e8, bishop a6, rook c2. But can I do this? 3 pieces?
Okay.
Yeah. 3 pieces, but all. It's a. But I think maybe this bishop will get trapped, no? Maybe h6, threatening g5.
I thought b5 and that bishop will get trapped.
I think you're trapping this bishop. But then I think you can just bring this knight back and go bishop e5.
Yeah,
that's not getting trapped. But if b5, rook takes a5?
Yeah, that's also not getting trapped.
I think this position white is better. 3 minor pieces and solid outposts for the knight. And really you cannot come and attack this f2 because just rook f1 one move is enough to safeguard, and knight d3 is also there. So yeah, I don't know why white didn't play e3. Maybe white was worried of a4, but then there's bishop f1.
I don't know.
I'm confused to why white didn't go knight e3. Strange decision to go rook a2, and I think now black has seized the initiative at this point because the black has double bishops and the rook is very active on c3, and black can just improve slowly. Black can even go some h6 g5 idea.
Yeah, he played h6.
Oh, he played h6 h5. So we left on move 31 and black played h6 threatening h5 and white played h5. But now I think black will slowly play something like this and take the pawn. Yeah. Black will just go after the h5 pawn. And I think black will win this game with a huge time advantage and double bishops, not really to complain anything. Okay. So let's look at is there any... Okay, Abhijit Gupta's game, I don't think the live feed has yet been updated. Okay. Actually, maybe we should look at SL Narayanan's game. He won this game and opponent's game. Okay, before we go to SL Narayan's game, I'm hearing that in Deepan Chakravarti's game against, let me see.
It was a slow game, very slow game.
Okay, so there's a game, the game Deepan versus Savita Shri. Both the players are from Tamil Nadu. I mean, Deepan is from Madurai, same city as me. And I think Savita Shri is an upcoming player from Tamil Nadu too, I believe.
She is also from Chess Gurukul.
Oh, she's from Chess Gurukul. RB Ramesh Chess Academy, Chess Gurukul. And knight f3 was played in this game. Knight f3, c5, e3, knight f6. I think we can skip the opening part, yeah.
Also middle game, I mean,
Yeah, it's
just
a very
slowly
slow
manage.
game. It's like.
It was a nice game.
Yeah. And so, okay, I think already white kind of sees the initiative here. Two bishops and
Nice.
control of this, complete control of the light squares here, basically. And white is trying to get knight e4 in, I think. Knight takes bishop
Yeah.
e4, then he can put the bishop on d5. So rook bd8, bishops. Yeah. So, yeah, so black actually made a very good maneuver here, trying to get the knight to f6, the new knight to f6, so that white does not have a huge outpost on the d5 square. And but still white did put there, and white decided, okay, I'll have a pawn on d5, not a bishop. And knight h5, queen g4, queen d7. These are the positions where white can happily play 100 moves and win the game at the 150th move. Those positions, and strong players really enjoy playing these positions because this is a zero risk position.
Yeah.
Either you win or draw. There's no way you, as having a position with white, you lose in these positions. And white got an entry into the 7th rank, so white takes the entry, and then actually, I think white should have tried for this plan, king walk. And I should have.
Put the king on g6.
I can't go g6, but white should have certainly tried the king walking. I think we'll feel as safe as in g1 on f5 here. Yeah, that would have been a nice way. But white decided to go the other way around. Okay, so white wants to, I think, have one rook on the A and one on H. And then maybe do the king walk. Or he went to A file. Actually, he just doubled on the A file and then went in. Okay.
I played bishop d2.
So bishop d2. So he's, I think, planning to play f4 and open up the position further, right?
Shouldn't be the fortress.
Yeah.
Should be just put the pressure.
Yeah. And also, I think that's one way. Another way is bring the king all the way to b5, and this should be winning.
No, yeah.
Yeah, that's like so many ways to win this position at this point. And yeah. Let's look at some other game. You find any game interesting? Oh, Harsha Bharatakoti. Yeah, Ilam Paradi versus Harsha Bharatakoti versus Ilam Paradi. We were talking about this game earlier, and this was the Trompovsky with g6. Yeah, this game. Let me copy d4, knight f6, bishop g3, g6. And I think we left the game somewhere here. Yeah, we left this game at this point. And I was saying that white is having a very comfortable position. White is just,
Okay, that was the transmission.
Yeah, transmission error, and then they went knight d3. It's tough to believe this is a. I think this is the right move they played, but still, it's a very, it's not that.
Right before. I mean,
Yeah.
it's normal, right?
Yeah, it's normal one. Okay, Harsha was white. So okay, maybe he wants to go knight a3 and knight b5.
Oh yeah, also.
I think he wants to go.
b4, yeah?
But you already have one knight fighting for this square, right?
Then the other knight can go to f4, I thought.
Okay, yeah, that is possible too. Yeah. So rook c4. So basically the idea was if knight c2, black would go rook fc8, and I think white didn't want to exchange two pairs of rooks. White wanted to keep some material on the board. So I decided to do knight f4. Now this is a clear target, and d5 is a potential, bishop d5, rook d1 pin is all possible. So c3. So black is trying to liquidate this position, but I think the central pass pawn could be a huge asset for the white pieces as we go. Okay, so it takes rooks. Okay, so it's opposite. Okay, knight e2 doesn't work because the queen is guarding the e2 square. Rook c8, but now knight e2 is a threat, so white goes knight b3, e5.
d5.
Oh, they played d5? Okay. d5, bishop e5, and is there any way to...
Should be a draw.
Don't you think the king is kind of weak, black's king?
No.
I think just try to do some h4, h5 maybe.
Yesterday I can just put the bishop on g7 and king h8, or bishop on f6, king g7.
Okay.
Or h6, king h7, bishop g7. There is a lot of ways to do it.
Yeah, that is true.
Also, it doesn't have so much entry point.
Okay, let me just play bishop f3. Let me try to get the king to g2. I don't want to get any checks. Let me just play bishop f3 as white. Yeah.
Rook c7.
Rook, where do you want to go?
c7.
c7?
Yes.
Let me just do king
Queen
g2.
b5. Some kind of queen b5.
Queen b. Oh, okay, you want to exchange it. And I can. I mean, I have to go here to avoid queen trade. And I
Actually,
think
he
if
has
I.
played bishop f3.
Oh, he did play bishop f3 in the
Yeah, he
game.
did.
Okay, so rook c7. I don't know if black will play rook c7. How was the time on the clock? Oh, okay. So clock is like very close. Actually, Harsha, the higher rated player here, is low on time. He has 4 minutes in comparison to Ilham Paradi, who has 12. So rook c7. I don't know if rook c7 will be played, but looks like very just improve the rook, and that's the move Preg was suggesting on this. Okay, and if I play king g2, queen b5, queen a3, I think this is still a very complex game, right? Like, for example, knight d4 tactic, some tactic with knight
Yeah,
d4 is
there's
possible, and h4, h5. I expect a result in this game. I don't know which side will win, but I expect a result, not a draw. Maybe black wins, white wins, but mostly unlikely that this game will end in a draw. Okay, so let's look at.
Jason says Abhijit Gupta won.
Okay, so Abhijit Gupta won his game
There's,
against.
there's no game.
There's no transmission, but I think they just updated the result that Abhijit Gupta beat Sai Nirupama Kotepalli. So Abhijit is also one of the top Indian players in this tournament, and he's also a local favorite. I think he lives in Delhi or around Delhi, and
Actually, we have to see this SL game.
okay, yeah, let's look at SL Narayan's game. I mean, even though he finished his game, I believe, quite a bit ago, and he won his game, we never got time to cover it. So let's briefly look at what happened in this game. So this is the game where black played Alekines against white's e4, and so here white decided to play the more of a positional line than c4 and trying to. I mean, that's also positional, but it has more venom, I think. Then knight f3 is just like playing a very long game, long-term game. Just getting the double bishops and pushing c6, bishop c4, e6. So long castle, queen h4. I don't know where theory stops. Maybe somewhere here, or maybe this is all theory too. Queen h4 looks a bit odd though. Developing your queen this early, and that too for like. You can easily get attacked on h4. Some knight d2, knight e4, bishop g5, all that ideas you can see. That can happen. g6. Okay, white just simply opened up the position. White is like, you're so behind in development, I'll just break open the center and the game will be basically over. And I think that's what happened also in the game. Yeah, king d8. Black is hoping for some counter attack with rook f8, but white plays queen e2 on time, and so the knight comes to f3, and then important that trading queens would be a very bad choice because white has the initiative and black's king is in the center, so just save the queen for an attack. And then a nice move b4. See, so he's provoking the bishop to move, which would allow him to go rook c1 and win the queen. So f3.
What?
I think this is set.
No,
This was the there was one move transmission error. So white played g takes f3, and still there is no bishop b4. I mean, moving the bishop possible because of rook c1. So black went queen f5, threatening to take on the g5 bishop. So white just pulled back his bishop and rook c1, and if king b, it's a forced sequence of moves, and here. I think.
You can go king b6, but okay, bishop b3 should be winning.
So in this position, if king b6,
Bishop b3.
yeah, or even a4 maybe.
Yeah.
A4, a5, and for king d6, bishop f4. If anything like knight e5,
Just
you can just take and go queen c5. Bishop e5, go queen c5, and then win d5 pawn. So nice win by SL Narayanan too. So at this point, let's see how many games live are even going. I see 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, around 10 games are going live out of 30.
Couple of games have stopped in 13 moves. There's no transmission after.
How about we look at this NR Vignesh versus Samrida Ghosh? It seems a very interesting position. I think we earlier looked at NR Vignesh brother. Yeah, we were looking at NR Vishak's game. Now we are looking at NR Vignesh game. And both the brothers are like, very similarly rated. I think the other one is 2486 and he's like 2461. And this is, they played Olsen, I believe, e4, c5, this game. e4, c5, knight f3, e6.
Other one versus Brothers game, the Sicilian.
The Naidorf, right? Yeah, this
Yeah.
was the elder brother or elder or younger, the other siblings game. Yeah, so this one was. So in this game, NR Vignesh was having the black pieces, and so let's look from black's perspective. So knight c3, a6, d4, c4. I think we can kind of skim through this area, and f4, e5. Yeah, very normal. Where uh, white tries to get some g4, g5, some variations, but black counter attacks on the queen side. Oh, actually, he just played h5 and stopped it.
No, also there's some kind of ideas like knight g4, queen h4.
So if bishop g5 now, most probably knight g4 was
Yeah.
what he had in mind, right? And then try to get the
Anyway,
knight to
he's
e3.
going knight g4 in the next one.
Yeah, so white to provoke.
Yeah.
Just go queen f3 and h3. Still, you can go knight g4. That's the beauty. That's it's a check. It's a checkmate on hg.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just normal.
Yeah, normal tactic that happen in these positions. Knight g4, bishop d2, b5, knight d1. Black is generating a lot of threats on the dark squares because this bishop is playing a very key role on c5. Now it's completely dominating the a7 g1 diagonal. Bishop e3, queen h4, h3, knight e3, knight queen g5. I think black is certainly preferable, but white has at least got out of the danger. I don't think he'll get checkmated anytime soon. Earlier it looked like he may even get checkmated. So black decides to keep the king on center itself. He's like, okay, my king is very safe on the center. And knight f1. Interesting way to activate. Why would he go rook h6?
It's normal, right?
I mean, you could also, if you want. Oh, okay. Maybe he thought if castle knight g3, I have to go h4 and then he can go back. Instead, I'll keep the rook on the board.
But rook h6 saves a bit tempo.
Yeah, and you can keep the king on the center because there's not the e file is not going to open up anytime soon, so the king actually feels very safe on e8, and also a7 square is controlled, so there's no rook a7 7th rank activity that white can generate. So knight f1, rook h d6, knight h2, bishop d4, rook a2. Okay, so seeing like potentially. Okay, this doesn't work because you just go bishop c6, simple. And if I go c4, maybe you just close the position with b4. Yeah, and then maybe you'll just go bishop c5. And then, or actually you can even do some tricks on b2 or something. This is weak. Oh, just bishop. Yeah, I mean, maybe some tricks with bishop e3 or bishop c5. That's possible. Yeah. So, but black, so white doesn't play rook b1, bishop b7, improve the. So he was trying to, I think, trap the queen. Yeah. So the idea for white was actually rook f1 and rook f3. So black, since the black figured out what white's plan was and he escaped before the rook could land on f1. So now the queen is safe on g5, c3, bishop b6. Yeah. But the pawn is here because white gets e5, it's safe. If not, this would actually been good for black that he gave the pawn to create mating threats.
Yeah, the game really actually gets. He played rook d5.
Okay.
e6 rook e5.
Okay, so he's like, please take my rook so that I can take
King
and.
d1, I don't see anything. Surely.
Can I go bishop b7 maybe?
Oh, e7. Maybe you'll get.
King f7, queen e6, king f8. So here.
No, what's the idea of bishop c7?
I'm trying to do some check.
King e1.
Okay.
Maybe white is okay with the draw, right? Maybe if you
Yeah.
want, you can take here itself.
Yeah, that is true. But I think after taking the pawn, white can start pushing, right?
No, I don't think so. Why white needs to take on e5?
Oh,
You
yeah.
just go queen d2.
Yeah, just. And this is the live position we have, and white is thinking. White has 1 minute, black has 13 minutes. So I think maybe we'll stick to this game to see if there's any, live update. Because white has to make decisions fast, and queen d2 or queen c2. Actually, I like queen d1. So that I think I
No,
can go queen
I-
a1, queen a7.
No, but queen d1, rook e3.
And
Area rook f3. So I thought that's why.
okay, you wanted to keep that. So Prag is saying that if queen d1, rook e3, threatening to take, and then queen h2 mate. So he wants to keep the e3 square under control. So he wants to go queen
But
d2.
anyway, c5, but knight e5 is there. No,
Knight e5 is just.
she took on f7.
Oh, so okay. So she played this, And if I think he'll take because king f8 is the other option, but I don't. Why would someone go king f8 here? What does it create? Okay, so here, how about because knight e5, you have bishop e5. Now let's say I go queen d2, and then maybe now c5.
Maybe it should be a no. Yeah, C5.
Now c5 is
No,
strong.
but I think knight e5. Yes.
Here or before?
there.
Here, knight e5, bishop e5, and king
Take a
g.
draw.
Yeah, take a draw, most likely. Will she do it? Is the question. So black is thinking now, and yeah. So Vignesh is thinking. He has 14 minutes on the clock, so he has the liberty to calculate for some time. In the meantime, let's see if there is. I'll quickly look if there's any interesting game that's happening. If no, we can jump to that game. If not,
I
we'll.
think Karthik.
Karthik Venkataraman converted into a pure ending.
Okay, I think we didn't look at Gukesh game, but I believe this was a transmission error because white won after move 10 or something, so which cannot be true. Okay, so Karthik's game, Karthik Venkatraman was the game where white had queen and knight and a rook for black's queen and rook, and I was expecting white to win, and most likely white will win this because I'm not showing it in the position to the audience, but maybe I'll just quickly show the position alone, just final position one moment. E4, G6, C4. Yeah. So this was the position where we left. And basically the final position is right now this, where white is going to pick up the B3 pawn, and then the B4 pawn, E4 pawn, and the H pawn will be good enough to win the game. So that is this position. And is there
There are a
any
lot of updates in
lot of games? Yeah. And
this Ilam Parthi game.
okay. Oh, okay. Harsha Bharatakoti Ilam Paruthi. Yeah, let's look into that. One moment. Let's look at that one. D4, knight f6. Oh, this is a Trompowsky game. D4, knight f6, bishop g5, g6, bishop f6. Yes.
And just quickly go to this rook c8 move.
Yeah, somewhere here. Yeah, we left here. And no, we left it bishop f3. He played bishop f3. We left at this point. And then he played king g7. So he just wanted to get out of all the light square problems. White also wanted to get out of knight d2 check, I think. King g2. G5.
And a g4.
Why not take h3? But still
Anyway,
g4. Yeah.
But then
But
no.
yeah, from that perspective, so
Okay, king h1.
okay, king h1, rook d8. So I think
Creating something.
yeah, some ideas are on there right now. And in this game, Harsha's white and Ilam Parathi is back. Okay, and then
Yeah, you go
knight d4,
bishop d4.
or e4, queen d4, queen s1, rook d7, queen b8. So
No,
this
you
is where
did g4.
this is where the current live game is, and white has less than a minute, and black has 6 minutes 45 seconds. So the bishop can go to c6, it can go to g2. I think I would place it on g2. That looks like the safest. But even the bishop c6 is also interesting.
But he played bishop g2.
No, he played bishop g2. Okay. Okay, here because I was thinking white also has knight. Black has knight e2 here. Takes queen e4.
Also
knight.
some.
Yeah. So this is some
Anyway,
wait,
you
is
can't
this
take on d7. Yeah.
Oh, that's actually a very interesting mate. I'll just show to the audience. Checkmate and shit.
Also, anyway, you can't take on d7 because there's queen e4 check, knight e2.
Oh yeah, even without that, yeah, that is true also. So in this position, he went bishop g2, right?
Yeah.
For g4. And black is thinking, I believe, in this position. So after bishop g2, black. I like black's position here, honestly. Black is. Can I try to do some h5, h4, h3 also now?
Yeah.
If I do that, let me just straight up try to do that. h5. Or can I let knight e2? We have to force to go rook f1. If not, that mate that we saw will come. And then here,
f4.
Yeah, f4. Actually, f4 is very strong. And I think they played some move.
And play
So
knight d1.
queen a7, bishop d7. Yeah, he played knight d1. Okay, so he just cut off the rook from the king.
It's over. Sit. Really?
Yeah, knight take
It's
f2 is
over.
coming, and then so a huge upset is possibly on the cards. Knight takes f2.
Yeah, women's 91.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
So
strong move.
let's see if there's any difference. No.
Let's go h4 or h3. He went h4.
Okay, he went h4.
Because
So
he's low on time.
he's low on time.
Yeah.
And so that means he's agreeing, he's accepting that he's going to, like, I mean, the sense that he has missed something because he's just giving up the pawn.
G3?
He played h4, this is the game, right? And
Yeah. What if
maybe he wants to
G3?
go bishop. But then just queen
No,
takes
just-
f2 even.
Nah.
Yeah, this
just knight
doesn't.
f2.
Yeah,
nahi.
just queen takes f2 is also winning.
No,
No.
queen e5. There is some chance.
Yeah, okay, some tricks over there. So knight f2, king h2, and just even check. Yeah, should be. Yeah, any move should be strong enough. So h4. Yeah, so I believe that he played gh. I think he's still thinking, but gh bishop. Because if he takes on h3 in this position, then knight takes f2, king g2.
Then take on h3. Then queen g4 mate.
Yeah.
Just mate.
No, I'm thinking if I, without taking, can I do something in this one move that I have? Can I go something like rook? Yeah, but you'll just move your knight away. And there is really nothing much that... Or maybe rook c...
No, that should be a mate.
Or just queen d2, queen h6, rook d2 mate.
Or even queen f2, queen f1. Queen
Yeah,
h1.
that mate is also there. Yeah, black is one tempo ahead of white in this position. So here... So,
Actually, Vignesh finished.
says draw.
He's draw queen g3, queen h2.
oh, they took that repetition. So one big upset, the first upset of the day in the top 30 boards, is that NR Vignesh.
Actually, last party took gh3.
So NR Vignesh was held to a draw by Samrida Ghosh, and this was the game where, yeah, it was here. Black had played rook e5. It was a Sicilian Paulson. We were looking at it. Let me get that up quickly to the audience. C5 3-6. So this is the game, and
Just a,
yeah, we were saying that yeah, white had this. White, if white wants to take a draw, white could take it anytime, and white did bail out of the draw in this position with ef7, king f8. Not bail out white. I think very well played by white in this one. That was really
it's just gone, right? 11 party game.
okay. Yeah. So knight
Okay,
e5, bishop e5, and then they just
main
repeated
game,
here. Yeah, this game. So one upset, a draw. Maybe a potential win is on its way. Let's see if Ilam Parati. By the way, there's a new result update. Abhijit Joshi lost to Zia-ur Rahman, grandmaster from Bangladesh and a veteran. He has played a lot of Indian tournaments and represented Bangladesh in a lot of Olympiads. So we never got a time to look at this game, but there's just a result update. Zia-ur Rahman won his game.
Actually, in 11 party game, queen b2 looks like the easiest way to win.
Actually, in Karthik's game, I think maybe I called the result a bit early. Maybe black is still trying to draw somewhere. In Karthik versus Srikanth, I said that it will be a win for white easily, but black is still, holding on to the 2 pawns. Maybe
Yeah.
there is some way that if b4 is captured, he'll push the e pawn, bring the king to h4 and get the
go game.
yeah. So okay, let's look at Ilam Parati's game itself because okay, bunch of
I
updates.
saw.
D4, let me get it up on the screen, my screen. G5, G6, this game. Yeah, so we were somewhere here. And knight D1, a very strong move by the black, which completely was missed here. And I mean, the studios, we missed this
Bishop
move.
f3,
Knight F2, king H2,
Now I
knight.
thought queen b2 was the simplest way to finish the game.
Okay, but even knight. Queen B2, so
Oh, there is queen c1 and knight g4.
can I try some? Oh, still you have knight G4 check.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, the knight G4 check is coming.
Also, I can take on.
Some queen E5.
No, but you can go rook c2. But then queen c2 should be winning. Or even knight g4 first.
But
That's
then king
better,
H3. Oh, then
Queen
take
C2.
E5 is covered. Yeah, this is a better way to play this line. But let's. But I think he played knight G4 check. So now does it just transpose if queen b2? Oh, but he has
No,
rook
but-
h1 now. But the
No,
knight
knight
f2.
f2. No, bishop g4, yes.
But what about this endgame takes king g4, queen takes c1?
Queen e5.
I think the king will escape.
Yeah,
This
she
should escape without much trouble. King queen g5 check. King. Oh no, just take the queen. Yeah, and then here you can go here. Like yeah, just hide on a7. I think a7 would be the safest spot. The king just walks in there. So for queen b2, there's no defense for black, I believe. But the big question is now will Ilam Bardi find it? Hopefully, he will not miss it the second time. He already missed it the previous turn.
Yeah.
He's also running low on clock. He has only 4
I
minutes
played
and
queen d2.
okay, he played slightly different. He went queen d2. But let's see if there is any. Does it make any difference? Queen d2 is b2. Oh, so he's also threatening queen h6, mate. Queen h6, queen h2, queen f2. He wants to come this way and checkmate. Oh, so he's just going for the checkmate directly without going for the rook in this position. Even bishop g4, that's a mate, right? Queen h6, king g2. Oh, yeah. This is also directly mate.
Yeah.
Rook d2, king f3, fg4 should be a mate somehow. I mean, if it's not a mate, it's tough to believe. Or queen, yeah, this should be a mate. Okay, I think we should just still keep an eye on this game because it's like only like 2 minutes for white to make a move. Oh, they made a bunch of moves. Wait, he didn't go queen g6. He just took on fg4. After queen d2, bishop g4, he played fg4, king g4.
Yeah, that's
Rook d4.
no,
He wants to
just-
mate this way also, I think. Yeah,
Queen c1.
yeah,
As we said also, queen c1 is also
yeah, just win the rook. Will he go for the mate or will he take the rook?
I know.
Is a big question right now. And okay, so let's keep an eye on this game. I think it'll end in any moment soon. And in next 5 to 10 minutes, I'm expecting a result. And if possible, if we can get Ilam Parati on camera, would be great. If
Yeah.
possible, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, because it would be an upset. It's a big upset result of today. So let's see. And then in the meantime, let's see if there's any other game. I want to have a look at this Srikanth, Karthik versus Srikanth. See if white,
I mean,
black.
it's quite worse.
Boring. Okay, so let's see some other game. If there's
Yeah,
any other.
this is what we have to do.
Yeah, I think the game may have even ended because it's 15-minute delay. Remember, so maybe the game is over. Let's try to see if any updates are on. Let's look at this. Just look at this game for a moment. P. Karthik.
you. I guess you would have finished.
Yeah. Vivek, can you check if that? Yeah. Let's look at P.
No,
Karthikeyan.
it's okay.
P. Karthikeyan.
Are you doing need this?
I just want to see his face.
Okay, so P. Karthikeyan versus Jeet Shah. This was a game
Yeah,
which we didn't cover at all
It's quite
completely.
strong. Yeah.
Okay, and as we wait, Prag, have you played Delhi Open earlier?
Yeah.
Any edition? Which edition have you played?
Played 2013, 14, 15, 16. Every year I was playing it.
Okay, except for the last 3 editions. Okay.
Yeah.
So have you had it like? Did you finish like very strong? Anyone? 20
Yeah,
now?
in 13 and 14 I played in B category. In
Okay.
15 and 16.
You played in the A. Okay.
Okay, actually Empathy finished.
Okay, so black one, so big upset that was. I mean, not big upset. Actually, it's like a 200-point upset if you count the live rating in.
Yeah, but
But if you look at the
That's,
published rating, it is close to a 550-point rating upset. So he's going to get a lot of rating points from this game, and a big result. So that result is also done. So we are basically, I think, down to like less than 5 boards of live games right now. One is P. Karthikeyan versus Jeet Shah. That is one game that's going on. Karthik Venkatraman versus Srikanth. And
we have to look at this game, of course, because we don't have any other choice.
yeah, there or Jeet Shah. But that game, I think is going to
Yeah,
be an
it's
easy
finished,
win
yeah.
for White. White just managed to exchange a queen in P. Karthikeyan's game. And it's a rook and 5 pawns. It's a rook and 3 pawns. So there's really not much technique even needed to convert that endgame. So we are basically down to the last game of the live feed today, which is Karthik Venkatraman versus Srikanth, and we left this game at some point where Black had a rook and 3 pawns versus White's rook, knight and pawn, and I called it a bit early, saying that white will win, but doesn't seem to be so. Black is putting good defense.
Yeah. I mean, even black can win. If we,
Yeah, if the
if
B
we,
pawn starts rolling
yeah.
further. So right now we are on this game d4, g6. Might have one moment. In e4, yeah. I think 42nd move they played rook e1. Yeah, this was the game. So this is how the game continued to reach the current position. So
Actually, this is not a current position.
no, not the current. Yeah, 52. I'll make the move.
Yeah, I can just rook
Rook
b3, rook
b3,
c4, knight e3, rook d4, rook
Yeah.
b2, rook d3, knight g2, rook d4, king g3, king f5, knight e3, king e5, knight g4, king d5, king f4, king c4, knight e3, king c3, rook c2, king d3.
Okay. So this is the up-to-date position, and white has 20 minutes, black has 2 minutes. So there is some chance that white can swindle black in
But
clock.
still,
Yeah, that is one
but
possibility.
still, I mean,
Yeah,
you just take on h3, it's just an easy draw.
yeah. But how would you go on? How would you go after the
I mean, you
h3
can
pawn is the
just-
question.
Let's see.
So let's say if I go rook c1 here, then b3.
I'm not even sure if.
If that's a
can-
guaranteed draw for white
Yeah.
here, right? Looks
I
very
mean,
scary.
yeah, okay, you can go rook b2, king c3, rook c2,
Yeah,
just
that
a
is-
draw, but
But for rook b2,
mean,
can I get ambitious and go some? Yeah, I can't do something like. I was thinking if I could go something like rook d8, but you
rook
just
b3
take.
check, rook b3 check.
Or you can also just take and go knight f5 also.
Oh, that,
Yeah, that is also
that
there.
side of it.
Yeah, so check is also there or knight f5. Either way, it works. So rook c1. Yeah, rook b2, I think. But this is a decision that white has to make, right? He's the way higher rated player. Either he's happy,
it's not
even though it's an
easy,
upset,
yeah.
to take a draw. With he has huge lead in clock also. I think he won't take a draw. He'll play something other than b2 here. As
Yeah,
expected,
rook
even
c6.
rook c6, which is still in the margin of draw. Or
But b3
b3, and I think he wants to go rook
gets
b6 here.
complicated. King c3, then.
Yeah.
then I mean,
Or now I also have this option to go back and try to check you on the behind.
yeah,
rook
that's so
d8.
possible.
Yeah, this is possible. So if b3, let's say rook b6, king c3. But now can I go king d5? I mean, sorry, king e5. B, because I'm basically attempting to take on b3, and so if you move the rook, I'll
Rook
pick up.
a4.
K4. Can I do some
Anyway,
checks?
I'm not threatening b2.
Mm-hmm.
But still, it's not easy to progress for you.
Yeah, that is true. I agree with you on that.
No, but okay, you can maybe take on h6.
B2,
Rook b6.
b6. And then what if can I go something like this? Can I go king d2 here?
Yeah.
And try to go
Yeah.
king c1. Yeah, king d2 with king c1. Actually, there are a bunch of moves were
He
played.
played king e5. As we saw.
Oh, so he did go rook c6, b3, rook. So king e5. So this is the live position. Okay. So now so this is the position that's on the board, and we have. Hello. So we have this position on the board right now, and black is. Will black go rook? He did go rook a4.
Yeah, he did.
So we have guessed like 5 moves on a row, right, for black. And rook takes h6. Will that be played here or no? Knight d1 check is a possibility, and or knight d5 check. I think I would call this now a draw. Do you want to go back somewhere and see if where white could have easily won this game?
No, I mean,
Because this endgame should have been won.
very good fight.
Rook b1, rook c7, and rook takes b3, rook c4, knight e3, rook d4. Maybe you shouldn't have exchanged queens in this position. Somehow you should have kept.
Still, I mean, how are you going to?
So maybe can I try to do some? Oh no, you have the check on c7.
Yes. I mean,
Or queen c2. Actually, you have just even queen c2, rook d2. Yeah, this is.
it's not easy to progress.
So yeah, so basically we're down to the last game, and let's keep. I think the result will be in next 15 to 20 minutes. This game will also end, in my opinion. So we are at knight d. Oh, so he did play knight d5 check.
Yeah, I did.
So we are
King
here.
C2.
When he didn't take on h6, but even knight d5, king c2, and if white wants a draw, he can repeat knight e3.
But for sure,
He's not looking for draw. He's already rejected the off. No, basically
but
he
I
could have
mean, he
repeated.
will, I think. He has to.
No, but now the person is getting even.
Yeah,
he's
he played knight
pushing.
e3 check, king c3.
Oh, so they repeated once more, and if he repeats the second time, this is basically a draw. I think black can even claim a draw. So the position is coming for the third time or second time this time.
No, this is second time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next is third.
This is the second time. So let's wait and just a quick recap. Then today's if there's any results. All the top seeds won as expected. No big upsets on those boards. And I'm looking at if there's any other game or result that we missed to say. Yeah, Ace and Magami won. This is a result we forgot to say, but he won his game against Praggnanandhaa and Mazod. He also won his game against Shubham Shukla. Both are grandmasters from Iran. And then Gukesh won. I think the feed got updated in the end, Gukesh game, because earlier it was that Karakon with 8 moves. And Swapnil Dopde won his game. He had 2 extra pawns in the last position and managed to exchange queens. And then Ilam Parithi won, which we already covered. Ziaur Rahman won. Andy Deviatkin won, but the game, I think there was a transmission error, so we couldn't look at the game fully. And P. Karthikeyan's opponent also resigned. So let's look at this game. Let's keep looking at this game. So right now, is there any update or did they take a draw that game? Okay.
No, it's
So,
not
so
updated.
okay.
Maybe he's thinking.
Yeah, he's thinking. So okay.
There's nothing.
There's really not much that white can do in this position.
Maybe you can wait, but still. Maybe you can go h4.
Yeah. Okay. But then that allows king d. No, king d2 will play rook takes b3. So that variation is not possible. Yeah.
Maybe. No.
H4 maybe I'll just go h5 myself. I'll just like play a waiting move also. And then rook b8, let's say. And
Oh,
then
maybe white. Black isn't zigzag. Possible.
no, but playing h4 would be wrong because I'll give a check and give a check again and take h4 pawn.
Okay, let's say you play rook b8 instead of h4.
Okay, let's say you play rook b8 instead of that.
Maybe you can go rook a1.
Or can I also just give a check and go rook h5? Just try to take the pawn directly.
But still, you want to make a draw quick.
Yeah. This one would be another 45 moves white trying to checkmate with the rook and knight versus the rook. And I've seen actually some strong players are not able to defend rook and knight versus rook and getting checkmated, even though it is not that hard to defend that position.
Yeah, actually, I defended it in Bliss.
You just mainly have to know that stalemate idea, right? Whenever you give the rook on,
that I did.
that's the critical one. The idea is like when your king is in the corner and it's boxed, that'll be like you have to give the rook, and if your opponent takes the rook, it's a stalemate.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
That would push the king away from
Like
direct
let's say
opposition.
Knight is on e3, king is on e1, rook is on a2.
I can put that position. Yeah, actually maybe we can just make some random moves to get that position in this board. Let's say.
Okay, just say rook b3.
Yeah, we are just. This is not the game. We are just showing this random position so that audience can have a look. Yeah, let's say this something like.
Okay,
this.
you have to give that point.
Yeah, let's give this pawn. And then we get position.
King e1.
Yeah, king e1.
Knight e3.
Yeah, knight e3, and then we'll get the rook here. No.
King f3.
Yeah, king f3, rook
f8. King e4, rook f4.
Yeah, this and king d3. I don't know, rook d4, and then you just basically, and this is a draw. Yeah, so this is remember the stalemate trick, and then you'll hold most of the rook and knight is rook.
Yeah, I also hold this rook bishop as rook.
Oh yeah, but I remember I got this position once. That time this was like I think 4 or 5 years ago. I didn't know this stalemate trick, but I just held the by holding the knight and king on the third rank or somewhere itself. I didn't allow my king to get pushed all the way up to the last rank.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, if I had known this trick, I think I would have drawn it even more easier.
I played rook c6 check.
On which move?
Instead of h4.
So yeah, so we were.
67.
c7. Knight e3, king c3,
Rook
and
c6,
rook c6.
king d3.
But that is how does that help? Because now b2 is even a bigger, or maybe knight
Knight
d1.
e3 kind of ideas. It's also there.
Which one?
E3.
Yeah. E3, rook c3, king d2, rook b3. But then you have e2. Yeah. So
Yeah, that is also there.
yeah.
Also knight b2, king d2, knight f4, e2. That one I saw.
The which variation?
In this position, knight
Oh
b2,
yeah.
king d2, knight f4, e2.
Yeah. And sadly, this king is.
But yeah, it should be a
blocked
draw.
king.
Rook d6, king c2, rook c6, king d2.
Or can I go king e3?
Then king moves.
Oh yeah, then you'd fold that. So if I go king here, rook check.
King b1, knight c3 is there, so you have to repeat again.
Yeah, repeat over here. That is. Yeah, that's a interesting draw. And let's see after rook c6, king d3, and knight d1. Is there any update?
No, he didn't play. He's thinking for king d3.
So after rook c6, king d3, knight d1, it's white is thinking right now in the game. And on knight d5, does it make any difference?
I don't think so.
This is actually worse because you don't even control the b2 square
Yeah,
now.
just B2.
So you just go b2.
Lost.
So knight d1 is the
White
one.
is trying to push,
I'm
but I don't
surprised that
think
white played rook c6 and thinking here because king d3 looks like the only move that black had for
so.
rook
Okay,
c6
king
check.
d2 is there, but knight
This
c4
position.
again.
So rook c6, king d3, knight d1, and maybe can I give a check? And would that make a difference? Any difference? And I'll
Yeah, I
go-
don't think so. You need.
yeah.
I mean, any move should be a draw. Even rook a2 should be a draw.
No, I'm saying, can I try this line now that the rook is here? But you just take, I guess.
b2?
Yeah, this is maybe it's lost.
I don't think so. You need to try this one.
There are a lot of forks and checks.
I
that
play knight d1.
He played knight d1. Yeah, okay, as expected. So now, I think the easiest way to draw is just go e3. Allow knight b2 check and force the draw. But it's a thing that he has to calculate few more moves. But I think I'm not sure if Srikanth would calculate that and play it, or if he's going to find some other way to make a draw here.
But it's, you have.
He has like close to 4 minutes on the clock. And the thing is, he should not become too ambitious here, thinking I can win this position. That could also lead to a loss. Many times, you're defending this position for so long, and all of a sudden you're seeing ways to okay, maybe I'll queen one pawn, I'll beat this my stronger opponent, and you become more ambitious and give chances for both sides, and you end up losing. That would be that happens quite often actually in many games. So for knight d1 here, still this game. So black has around 3 minutes right now, according to my live stream feed, and just give me a minute. Okay, so this would also be a really huge upset, close to 600 points. A draw on this game would be. I think Karthik can really blame his jet lag after coming from the US, just flying directly into this tournament and playing.
King d2.
So he went king d2 in this position. And if knight b2, I think he's trying to go e3 now. He could do the same track. And
You try to get him?
yeah, sure. Yeah. So if knight b2, e3 was, I think, just transposition, direct transposition.
But I don't think so he'll play. If he wants, he can play.
Yeah.
Waste move.
But
Maybe knight b2 just rook a2 is also.
that is true too.
He
Yeah.
played rook d6 check.
Rook d6 check
King c2.
and knight e3 check.
King c3.
And then just
King c1.
okay, so actually a bunch of moves are coming in the live feed.
I mean, okay, yeah, it's draw anyway. If white gives the knight.
Rook d6
So it's a
check.
draw, but
But yeah, again, it's based on who's more ambitious, who wants to win, who's happy with the draw. All right.
you go for king f4. H5.
King f4. Yeah. I think king f4, okay, there's always this e3, king e3, rook h4 draw. I mean, okay, play a long game and draw.
Yeah.
That is like there. Or knights. Wait, what?
c3.
If rook c4? No, why rook
No,
c1? Let me just go b2 even
yeah,
directly.
B2. No, then rook d1.
King c2.
Knight a4.
Yeah, king d1, knight b2, king c2. Yeah, that will either draw or white has some chances.
Oh, what?
Yeah, right. This.
Yeah, this should be winning, right? Not sure.
Here. If I keep attacking your knight. King f5, king g6. Oh, I think you may be able to just sacrifice your knight here and go.
No.
King e3, king. No, because that doesn't. No, yeah, the king just. Okay, yeah. So, king c1. Let's just make the moves on the board just so that to show the viewers what happens if this endgame happens on the board.
I don't think so. You have to play b rook c4.
What did he?
Rook c4. Just
Yeah, rook c4. But just to show, what
even
happened.
black can play for win in this.
How was this a draw back in this position? You said this endgame is winning, no?
Oh. Oh.
King g5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
counted
then,
a more extra.
okay, yeah, and then white king just basically just goes the black king from not entering
I
that
played
fight
rook c4.
and then playing. Okay, yeah. So this is I think a way more simpler draw at this point.
Okay, now what if I go knight e2?
King c2.
Oh, knight d4 I thought, but then rook d4, right?
No, rook
No.
d4 would transpose
Yeah.
to this endgame that we just saw. Rook d4, king d4,
b2?
rook b6, b1, rook b1, king b1, king takes e4.
Just
King. Yeah, now you. Oh, yeah, you gained a move this line. Yeah, this is a draw. So for rook c4, knight e2, king. What happened? Is there some updates on the game at this point? They are on move 71, right? So they are on rook c4. Okay. So if knight takes e4 now,
is b2.
and rook we are just e4. So this position.
No, what rook b6? Rook c2. Nothing, yeah.
Yeah, nothing really much. When that end game. So I think he played knight e2 check. Okay, so he's going into this line. I think as maybe king b1 now. Stop king c2, trying to get away from the check.
Okay, king c2 is also a draw.
And are you sure? No, maybe he can try to push this pawn. No, how will the knight come and stop this pawn?
Yeah.
If
I
knight
played knight e2.
knight e2, king c. I mean it's black's turn.
Yeah.
But king b1 seems more logical than king
Then
c.
play b2, then go king c2, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. Based on where the knight is, go a2 or c2, and it would be tough for. Okay, then white can give up the rook for the pawn and try to go for the h6 pawn and draw that in game, but that is then white is the one who's trying to draw.
I mean, now the Karthik should just offer a draw.
Yeah, he should offer a draw, and because black has put a very good defense this game, and we are like in move 72, and I think black has had less than 5 minutes for close to 30 moves, and he has held this position. And I'm very. I think there's only 2 moves here. King B, 3. Okay, king b2 is kind of bad. Too bad, and honestly.
I mean, why?
Why do you want to block the pawn and also, it's like nothing. Yeah. So, knight e2. So let's wait for the feed. So after Vikanzi, do you have any tournament planned, Prag? Are you planning to play any events?
No.
Anything?
I don't know.
Okay. So, also, can you share how was your experience in the Tata Steel event? Not Tata Steel, the Tata event in Kolkata, where you managed to play against, a lot of strong players, right? Was there any great feedback? I mean, takeaways for you from that event? Like mistakes, what you think you could, improve in the future events? Things that you think you did really well?
Okay, it was a good experience. I went to play this.
All the top 10 players, most of them are top 10. Yeah. And so knight e2 check, and black is still thinking, I believe, at this point. You were featured in a lot of the NURTR's Dream Room courses, right, with RBI. How was that experience? Was it fun? I mean, what was shooting? Did you see any of those videos after they got released? Did you?
No.
No?
No.
Did you see the trailer? It was on YouTube, everyone.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. And we are still waiting for the move played by Shrikant at this point because we are on.
Guess it finished.
Maybe it's finished because the clock has stopped, or no?
The clock doesn't matter.
In that feed, in one of the live feed, the clock has stopped. So maybe the result is in. As this is the last live game, maybe they made some moves or.
Let's draw.
Oh, they agreed to a draw. Okay, so another very big upset. This one is like a huge upset. 92. So that brings us to all the end of live games today, and we will get some very exciting games, some big upsets. I think 3 to 4 games were upsets, and some very quick games. Like Murli Karthikeyan game ended up, I think, in like half an hour or 45 minutes after the game started. And then this game was basically a 4-hour fight. The game that we just finished. So great games, and thanks a lot, Prag, for joining us and giving a lot of inputs, which helped me also to analyze way easier. And any game today that really caught your attention that you thought was best out of the 30 we saw today? Anything?
Everything was a big fight.
I think you would definitely like the Ilam Pariti game a lot, right? It's just like, same Chess Gurukul, right? No, it's not Chess Gurukul, okay. But still, it was a very.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
Yeah, the fact that he just outplayed. And yeah. And then. So we'll try if we can get Shrikant in to see if what he thought about the game. I'm not sure if he's still around. If he's around, we'll try to get him to get a quick interview on his thoughts. If not, we'll end up the stream in very soon, and we'll be doing live streaming tomorrow also the games. And there's a 15-minute delay, so the stream may start 15 minutes after the round starts, just for the viewers, informing the viewers about it, so that we get the live move feed. And until I get a confirmation if Shrikant is coming to the studio or not, is this your first time to the stadium, Indira Gandhi Stadium,
Yeah,
Brett?
it's my first time.
Yeah, have you seen a tournament this big before, like 3,000 players? No, that's right.
When I played, it was 900 or 1,000 people.
Yeah, now it's like 3 times more the participants, and so it's truly a spectacular thing that the organizers, Delhi Chess Association, Bharat Singh Chauhan, Mr. Verma, all have put together. 3,000 players organizing is a really great thing. It's a huge task. More than a great thing, it's a huge task, and it was a fantastic thing they did. So we are still waiting to get any information if Shrikant is joining us on the stream. If not, we'll wrap up the stream very soon today. And thanks everyone for joining. And the same link, you will be able to see the games tomorrow also. And also don't forget there's the other categories are also going on other than A group. There's also B and C group. And those games, one of the categories is also going at the same time as the A group games. So at the same time, you can check out them. And they also have a good number of live games, if I'm not mistaken, live stream games. Yeah, so I'm yet to. Okay, I guess he has already left or something. So. Okay, I think we'll end the stream. So we'll wrap up the stream now because I don't think we were able to get him on camera today, the Mr. Shrikant. So okay, thanks a lot, Prag, for joining the stream, and good night to all our viewers. It's only 6:35. Good evening, actually. Good evening and good night to all our viewers. Bye bye.